Hello, my little worms, I'm Day, and welcome again back to Bridge Constructor Portal. But this time, plus portal proficiency. I love how I tilt my head out of the way to read that. But yes, we are finally starting on the DLC of this game, where now the portals are mine to control. Yes, yes, which is actually normal for like a portal game. Normally the portals are yours to control. That's kind of like the whole point. Except this has been basically a portal game where we haven't been controlling the portals. But now finally it's going to be a portal game where we are controlling the portals. So I still don't know how it works in this mode. We're going to have to find that out. We're definitely going to find that out. All right, onto the gameplay screen. And my stream didn't crash. Good. Very, very good. So portal proficiency, please. My first portal. You say, welcome to the first test chamber of the Aperture Science Portal Proficiency Initiative. Before you start, we recommend trying the Vehicular Hurdling Initiative, at least to the rank of Former Trainee Chief Custodian Apprentice. Make sure that which one is that? Which section of the... It doesn't matter. We've done the whole thing. We literally 100% that entire section. But the still like, which one was the Former Trainee Chief Custodian Apprentice section? I don't know. Was it an early one? Was it a late one? I don't know. In cases of non-compliance with this advice, or in any other cases, Aperture Science assumes no liability for accidental death or dismemberment, on-purpose death or dismemberment, well that's good, or any combination of accidental or on-purpose death or dismemberment. Understandable. To place a portal, equip 2 intellect portals and place them on any panel or wall with a white surface. Good luck. Okay. With the portal pair equipped, press and that in the positions where you want to place the 2 portals one by one. To move a portal to a new position, hold until moving mode is activated. Okay. So I can only probably put it on like the very limited spaces for this one of either like down, I didn't move that way, either down here and like on there and stuff, and then on there. It seems like I don't have too much control. Well, I guess I do also have these two, but like it seems like for the most part it's going to be that and those 3 right now because they've blocked off a lot of it with the dark things that I can't put portals on. Makes sense. Now, is there a reason to put one on here, actually? Because it seems like it's a... Well, it depends if we try and get momentum. We can momentum our way over using that, potentially. What's this one there? Oh, I missed that one. So you can actually do like one there, have them go off through there, and then bounce themselves over to that side. That kind of seems like potentially one of the more reasonable ones. But what if I just put portals literally everywhere, but not in spots that are actually helpful in the slightest? Yes, that's great. Drive, you can do it. What do you mean that's wrong? Hey, we got a thing apparently. Well, what was that for? What was that for? First job for the condolence letter delivery fleet provided. But we just sent them straight into the goop. We didn't actually succeed. But yeah, maybe we don't really need that. Yeah, maybe we just need the more logical that to that, because that does seem like the more reasonable thing to do there. Because it kind of seemed like they just drove up there and went straight into it anyway. Yeah, so then they just go up there. Oh, they're gonna make that just barely. They do make that. Okay, well that does seem like the most efficient way to do that level. Now, was there any like bridge things that we can do anyway here? It doesn't really seem like it, so I guess we just have to deal with that then. Hopefully they don't get caught on this section where they're like rolling over there, because that could go quite poorly, actually. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, it seems like it's good. They're flipping over before the next one comes down. If that was a little bit differently timed, that could have been very bad. But it seems like it's fine for this just level. They just want for the first level to be very simple. You just put one there, and you're done. So, all right, that's fine. You basically spent $0. Hang on. How do I wastefully spend $0? How do I wastefully spend $0? That's not how dollars work. I really wasted all of this 0 money I spent. We're now a bunch of other achievements that are making progress, because of course most of the achievements we have left are very much focused on this DLC right now. Because we did have like one left that wasn't during the last stream, but I think I completed that off of stream, right? Between streams. It was like these two. Because I decided to go back to like level 24 and then just like delete our bridge and just have to go through a portal, and I just left it open for like 20 minutes and completed both achievements. So it really was not that complicated. Now, flip the portal. I don't know what that necessarily means. To avoid the participants of the initiative get completely stuck, we want to share the following information. The orientation of a vehicle can be changed when a portal is placed on a completely horizontal surface. Okay, that's what flipping does. I was wondering. Okay. Interesting. So the funny how it's like right now, they're not really doing a lot when it comes to bridges. Like, I guess they just want me to do like a stand on a bridge over here. They're trying to tutorialize different mechanics. So they're like, well, we don't really have to care about bridges much right now, right? But this is the bridge game. Of course we have to care about bridges in the bridge game. Otherwise, it's not a bridge game. It's just a game. Not about bridges. But yes, moneyless bridge. That's our first ever like moneyless bridge. All these bridges usually cost us tons. I'm assuming that's stable. That's fine. Presumably we'll have to do something up there. So what are we doing? What are we doing? I guess we might be sending them there and then flipping them would be my assumption. So I guess we're doing that. Kind of seems like they're going out the direction we want them anyway, though, if that's to be believed that it's showing more that way. I don't know about this. Like, no, there's nothing we can do with that. It's only this one, so we can flip them that way or flip them this way. It seems like that's not required, though. It kind of seems like it went to the right direction first anyway. All right, so this is probably not going to be fine as is unless we turn this into a jump. It's not impossible to make it into a jump. If we make it into a jump, they probably will make it over. Or certainly we try to build like a bridge structure doing something like this, which might be a little harder. So maybe we do reorient this to be a jump then. Okay, because they're going to have quite a lot of momentum if they're going down that and then over that way. So they're probably not doing too much of a jump. So maybe just something like this. Then we attach that via those other two things there. Then we turn that one into a thing. And let's see if this works. It might. It very much might. So you got there. Oh, no, you are going the wrong way. Okay. The angle was not really helping us there. It is actually the other way it's coming out. All right, fine. It just looked like it was going to be useful anyway, but it's like, no, we did have to flip it. Nah, it's not going to make it. They had a lot less momentum than I was assuming they were going to get there. So I was like, nah, that was useless. What do we do then? If that's not going to work, I guess we will have to build a bridge structure going up there. It's going to be a bit hard, though, because we don't have any sort of thing to keep the bridge alive. we can only, like, hold it from, like, this side right now, which is not really what we want. But I guess it's hopefully fine if we just do this and then do it there. It's a little stable. We might want to strengthen this one. We definitely want to do that. Alright, you go in there. Okay. Whee! Gonna be a few minutes before we start because my dog's refusing to come back and start while it's raining. Why are we saying this again? That's what I said up above before. Why are we saying this again? So we have already started. That was only relevant before the stream had started. It is no longer relevant because the stream has started. Alright, so presumably these are going to be fine timing-wise because we have no control over that. I mean, now we just got to hope the bridge doesn't collapse from all this because, again, we don't have a lot of control over that. At least it's being, like, supported on the ground on, like, both sides, so it seems like it shouldn't have too much problem unless it slides off. And it's got a decent amount of give there. I don't think it would happen. And we're good. God, it feels so much nice to be back at, like, the beginning sort of levels at a section of this game again. Because, like, it's now like, oh, it's going to spend 2,500 levels. Like, nah, we just did 2 levels already done. Level 3, please. I love being tutorialized in new mechanics. It makes everything so much simpler, you know? All right, level 3, Chronology I. All right. So what are we doing here? Well, clearly portaling. Where are we portaling you to? I guess up here, because that seems most reasonable right now. It seems like we're using more than one set of portals for this one, then. Okay. So we clearly want one there to one here. We might want to flip that. Yeah, it's a question of which way we're because they're going that way, then they can't come out there. Yeah, that'll be fine. What's that gonna do? So they're gonna go. Aren't they gonna go off there, bounce on there, and then just like sort of like loop themselves now? Is there anything we can do about that? I don't know. But I was assuming that after that point we would want to put a portal in this room. Then it's like, why is the button there right now? You need to activate that. Oh, the button's there. Okay, so that's gonna be turned off then. So maybe that's what we're doing. Ooh. Interesting, but we don't have a spot we can use that for anything. Unless, maybe it's not blue there. What if it's blue here? And then we come out there, we bounce on there, then we go up there, and then we go through a different portal up the top of that. That might actually be more it, actually. So then, I deleted the portal the second I placed it. So then we put the yellow portal there. Now this should be open, so we should be able to send you through here. The problem is the other one's not going to be open. So we want to send you through there first? That seems like it's going to be down. Maybe we send you there. Because if we send you there, you might fall down to there. Then we can send another one here. Then you can go through the section. Then from that section, you can finally go to there and then come out on this side. And to me, that seems pretty doable. We might want to raise that depending on where we're going to put the bridge for the section. Because it's not going to be exactly level, is it? I don't know if that's going to make it. Oh, no, it's fine. Okay, it is fine. I was just a little worried about that lip there, but no, it will let me go over that lip. All right, so we can just do a nice straight flat one then. If we're doing that, then we definitely want the portal to be exactly even with that. So that's going to make things a lot simpler. All right, so you go there, you go there, you go there, and you go there, and that should be decently stable. Yeah, not really enough in the middle. So we need to do something more in the middle then. It's probably just because we got the bridge too low, honestly. So I guess we do need to up the bridge, at least in like the middle section. Fine, I'll up the bridge. All right, then we move you over to there. And what about now? Yeah, you're still under a bunch of strain in those like 2 spots. We can fix that though pretty easily. So we'll go that to there, to this section, to that section. You go down. I missed that entirely. You go down to there, and then one of the other ones over there was also kind of weak. Ooh, like all of them over here is actually very weak. Good to know. That's fine though. We'll do this, and then I'll provide an additional connection to that one. But as we keep adding more weight to it, that's what's making it very, very bad. And it seems like the concussion protection helmet is back. It very much is. And that's just because I forgot it for like the first half of like the last room, something like that. Sorry, I made sure to remember. I made sure to remember this time. And useful fact number 1, this is a sheep. You're right. That is a sheep. Thank you. Very helpful. All right, so we've confirmed that that works. Now, let's see what actually happens if we tell you to drive along this. So you're going to go through there. I said through there. Is that portal slightly too high? Is that portal seriously slightly too high? Was that the entire problem there? It was just slightly too high. God damn it. And you can't make it through there either. Do you have to lower this one too then? Do you have to like lower all these portals? Because apparently they're just like a little bit higher than where they thought it seemed like they're sitting. That's a little annoying, but okay, fine. Let's try lowering those and see if something goes a little better now. Because it seemed like you lost a little speed, I think, probably from that. Why aren't you going through? Why are you bouncing off the portal? Do I need to flip this? Is that part of the problem there? What about now? Is it going to be fine? I'm still not super certain on the flip thing. No, why aren't you going through the portal? It might actually be that way. That's probably the problem. I was paying attention to the low enough on these axes, but not on the like vertical one. Yep, there it is. Okay, that makes sense. That did not go as planned. That very much not go as planned. That has way too much momentum. You need to be like way lower then. I put it up there, assuming you'd need a lot. Then it's like, oh no, that was actually fine. That was actually completely fine. Yep. All right, that's it there. Annoyingly, you're upside down for whatever reason now, though. Why are you landing upside down? Shouldn't you be going out pretty like stable and straight and stuff like that? Why are you landing upside down, bud? Don't land upside down. Do we need to flip a portal? Anyway. Yeah, we need to flip that portal then. Okay, so this is very much wrong. Okay, how about now? Now it probably won't flip them properly. It's going to require a little bit of trial and error to learn how a lot of this works. But yes, now it's actually going still too far. It needs to be way lower than it seems like it does for this one. All right, just there then. How about now? Is this finally actually correct to what we need? So you bounce up there, you go through there, you come out there, you go over the switch. Now you're through here, you push that button. Now you're on the bridge. The bridge did not survive. That's a problem. We will have to improve the bridge then. Okay, great. Why did you not survive, bridge? Surprise? It did not surprise us. No, we assumed the bridge was going to break, obviously, so that's why it didn't surprise us. Yes, of course. Of course. And butterfly flies into Day's nose. Butterfly's quite large. Nose is very tiny. How would a butterfly fly into a nose? I mean, in the dragon form, definitely possible, but like, like a normal solid, how would a butterfly? I mean, into, I guess, like, not inside, like, just into, like, the front of the nose, just, like, hit you in the face. And at the point, I wouldn't necessarily say it would, flew into the nose, I would just say it hit you in the face. But yes. I suppose, in that sense of the terms, it is possible that could occur. Yes. Is there any way we can make this stronger? Yes, is that bit weak? It's definitely this bit's weak. We can definitely strengthen that bit using you. Now, is that going to be enough? Because the problem is every single time we do this, it's going to create additional weights. And that's going to... I did not mean to send that immediately. I want to actually check. Yeah, because every single time we do one of these, it's going to make more weight. And the more weight there is, the weaker the bridge is going to become. Which is not good. It's kind of bad, actually. It's actually very, extremely, extraordinarily bad, actually. Is there a situation where we want this higher? I don't know. It's like, we could maybe make it stronger if it was like higher in some way. I'm not certain of how useful that would be. I wonder if lowering that's helpful. It's still very red there. It's the problem that the bridge has to like fall a little to like settle into place, which is why it's like, it was more useful when it was flat. But when it was flat, it ended up going inside the goop. And we don't really want it going inside the goop because that's how the bridge dies. It wouldn't be good for the bridge to die. We want the bridge to survive. But yeah, it won't work that way at all. So it needs to be raised. It would be more ideal if we can make the other ones also raised, which is why I'm like wondering, should we raise the entire bridge up? It's definitely possible. Knocks on Day's nose. Hello, anyone there? I don't think anyone is inside the nose because it's just a nose. You can make it stronger by using femboy steel from Poland and replacing the acid with grass. You know what? I think you're right. That would both help a lot, especially the femboys. Okay, so I guess we can try raising it. Because it seems like right now this is not really working for what we need. So we'll raise the entire bridge structure up a little. I just want to do it flat, because flat is usually more useful, because flat is justice, you know? But nah, apparently flat won't actually solve the problem here, so I'll have to do something slightly different. Get rid of that one, get rid of that one. Okay. So we need to move you up higher, probably, for now. It's going to be more up here. Unfortunately, we're probably going to still have to make it go down, though. It's not really the most ideal if we're doing this sort of situation. Then we're going to have to like support it like this. Like, is this going to be at all better? I want to say no, honestly. It's not even making it from there either. Oh, no. Yeah, I want to say that this is probably not going to be much more secure. It's probably going to be very bad. Exceedingly bad, actually. Is there a way we can do that flat? Not with the way that is currently, but if we do it at a slightly different angle, then yes. So we can maybe use that to slightly support the bridge. I feel like upping it's not helpful. Just like trying to combine to this one. If this was more like there in the middle, I think it would be better. But it's just the fact that it's there. I think having this higher is just causing more issues. So we probably do want it lower then still. So again, do we continue what we're doing where we had that diagonal to start with? It's really like, it's like the only way. So we'll have to do something like that. And then go over like that. Over like that. We're having a lot of buffering symbol I'm seeing in there. That's not a great sign of things. All right. I missed it. On there, onto there, onto there. Download completed. Oh, there was a download that was completing? Cool. I like this music. This is kind of annoying me. So intensity 1. Some intensity 1 ones can be like very boring. So like, I don't really like your intensity 1. Maybe I should remove the intensity 1s from these playlists and just have the intensity 2s and mains. It might make things sound better. All right, we'll do you. It's not the most helpful angle, though. Onto you. Onto you. Now, I don't know why I've made it the shape that I have. I'm just hoping that maybe in some way this will happen to be more secure in certain ways. It's not too bad. Definitely not too bad. Let me just move you down to wherever you need to actually sit to drive on this. Because I still don't actually know at this point. Or we have it higher. Virus detected. Oh no, not a virus. All right, so we can do that. Do you want to lower these? Is that stronger or weaker? We might want this to be going up higher. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. 'Cause it feels like that was going to be... Yeah, it's still very red, but like maybe not as bad. Let's up this by like 1. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, lower you back down to there. Now we want to strengthen this middle section and hopefully not increase too much weight in doing so. Because that will just destroy the entire bridge, and that's not really what we want. So if we do that, the middle should be stronger now, but yeah, it can't support the weight. We need to do more from this one. That's kind of like the big important part right now. We need to be holding up more of the bridge using that one. Again, it's not really working super great right now. We need to strengthen this one. It just feels like we're strengthening a lot now on this like new sort of design of the bridge, which is kind of a problem. Because you don't want to necessarily be strengthening too much things. You kind of want to only be strengthening like a couple of things. As long as the bridge works, it's good. Okay, so we'll still have to strengthen this side now. That's kind of annoying. So we'll do you over there, over there, over there. It's probably something about the fact that we've made this like this horrible arch thing. I think it's probably causing all problems, but it should be fine for now. Should probably be fine. All right. So now they're all going through there. They're all going through this section. Now will everyone survive going over this bridge? It seems like we're good. Everyone was really close together there. They were so close together. All right, seems like we're good. Next level. We're making such quick progress. Level 4. Cube and button, apparently. Okay, so it's done down here. I should also read some of these chat messages. Edo's outside. No, he is inside. No, he is not inside. He is outside, which means he is outside, which means he is inside, which means he is outside, though he is inside. Okay, I didn't need to read that in the slides then. That was a whole lot of nothing. Random tutorial number 1. How to make a tree out of emojis. That does appear to be a tree out of emojis. Very good tutorial. Okay, so we're starting here. So clearly, we'll choose to drive test immediately. So yeah, they're going to land on there. They're going to do that. She's going to temporarily turn that off for like a second, but not very helpful. We would kind of need to do that with the cube then. And the cube's over there. So we can easily cube the thing over to there because we just need to... is the cube automatically spawning? Yes, okay. So we can just easily put this beneath there. Then we can put the other one above there. And then we can very easily, by using that, have it just go straight through and then onto the button, right? Boop. Yep, it was a little angled off. We might want to move that over a little bit more. How about now? And there we go. Perfectly landing on there, which allows us to open this section, which allows us to use the vehicles in that to do things. The problem is that the vehicles are now going to ram into this and destroy it entirely, which isn't really what we want to happen. So then the question is, do we want to do something else with the cube? Do we want the cube to be like looping somewhere and then it shows up there like later on? Maybe. I'm not super certain there. We also have the option of that one as well. What is that one? Yeah, we need to do that one and that one. Why are there so many buttons we have to hit? All of them like buttons that you have to hit like for long, or like some of these ones that you only have to hit like briefly? Because that's a very important question of these buttons, really. Let's see if we can send that over to there. I wonder if they'll make it. Okay, no, we don't need to do that multiple times. So then maybe what we're doing is we're sending the cube across a path so it goes through all of the buttons and then lands on that one after the vehicle's already passed. But how's it going to work for a convoy? Ooh, how is that going to work for a convoy? Ooh, I don't know. How is it? Well, seems like a problem. And what if someone cut VTuber Day's hair? Well, that depends on if it's, like, by choice. Because if I wanted a haircut and I asked someone for a haircut and they cut my hair, fine. If someone tries to cut my hair just out of the blue, fire breath. That is the answer to that question. All right, so we can try to, like, we can send it from this side or that side, depending how much momentum it's going to have at the end there. It seems like it slid into far enough where it would go through here. So we can easily put that there. Just the question of, like, we probably need to send it out from here. Yeah, we'd probably need to send it out from there. I didn't set the portal because I didn't push the second one yet. So we can maybe send it out from there, and then it can maybe land over there. But then the question is, we would also need another one like here that would slide into to then finally send it down onto the button. And the question is like, how much of this can it do quickly before the thing gets there? This chamber is invalid. What? 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 What do you mean invalid? What do you mean invalid? Oh, that one. Okay. There we go. It was just this is too high. I was wondering what was letting me place there. Okay, now it's fine. So I guess you can place those in spots that you aren't allowed to. It's just that the game says no eventually when you actually try to start at send now. That does not give enough momentum, unfortunately. Probably otherwise we can get more though. Yeah, not really. We have the option of doing like a bridge sort of shape down there to make it move that way. So definitely a possibility. We can also send it up from this way and then have something going down like from there to try to get like maybe more like momentum from like a height. Definitely a choice that we could do. I'm presuming the vehicles are just going to be going in here and then out there and then over. I assume, but we could always have the vehicle do like one of these paths too. It's not like the cube has to do all of them. The cube does not have to do all of them. The cube does not have to do all of them. And it'd be fun to have the cube do all of them. The cube doesn't necessarily have to do all of them. So it might be better if we just have the cube do like 2, because we know that we can make the cube do 2 pretty easily. It just goes there, over to there, it hits that, and it slides through here, and then it can land on the thing. It needs a slightly different position though, because that was a little bit too far over. Try that again, maybe a bit more. So out there, over there, slides, hits that, and no, a little bit more. Maybe 2. Let's go, try over by 2. So down there, over through that way. Hits the first button, slides through there. I don't like that. It's still not landing properly on it. Damn! Why can't you land on it more smoothly, please? You're doing like a very smooth, like even slide, and you're for some reason not actually landing on the button properly. Okay, that'll work. That'll definitely work. Now I want to see what the timing of that is with the vehicle. Because you're going through here, that's going to do that. It's going to fall down and not be anywhere near fast enough. Great! I can't make you fast. I can't make you do that and be faster. But if I do it normal way, you're going to be slower. I was just wondering if maybe like upping that. Nah, it has to be exactly where it was. No, it has to be 1 down, so it has to be there. Ooh, how do I slow down the vehicle though? I can't really do that. So that's not really going to work. But again, I don't feel like it works the other way either though, right? Because it's just, when it does this, the vehicle's just going to push it out of the way, right? I assume that's what's going to happen. So it doesn't really matter if it hits that, because yeah, the vehicle's just going to push it. Which is now just going to destroy. Huh. That is really weird. That is really weird. Unless there's a way we can send it the other way. Like, what if we don't use the top one? What if we just... I did not mean to delete the portal. What if we just send it this way? Would that be quicker in some way for it to get to there? No, it's going way too far. That's annoying, because the only thing I can do there is, like, up it slightly more. Which is going to kill us, like, an even bigger issue, because it's going to go even further now. So then, I guess the question is, can we do here? Like, just all the way back down here? Because, like, this still exists as a spot. No, it's not going to slide up high enough. Ooh. This is a hard opening. This is a very hard opening. Because again, we don't have any access to moving the vehicle at all right now. Like, genuinely. The first place you can actually do anything with the vehicle is here at this wall, which is already past the laser. So with the cube alone and portal position, it has to be able to get on that button, but with a timing that doesn't screw it with the vehicle. And currently, if we do that, it screws it with the vehicle. If we go over this way to then go like around a different direction, it screws it with the vehicle. Huh. Then we have tree eating, 5, 18, 18, 15, 18, 9, 14, 20, 5, 18, 14, 5, 23, 18, 1, 19, 8, 5, 4. Yes. To all of the letters each one of those represents, but I cannot be bothered trying to figure out which one is which. Jingle bells, wardrobe malfunction all the way, in the rain, wasted sailor uniforms, and a tree with a ripped bra. Okay. Understandable. And by understandable, I mean not in the slightest. Is there anything we can do in here with like 2 portals? I don't really know, though. Oh, that's not going to let me. All right, if that's 1 over this way. Can I go 1 further? Okay, we are capable of putting 2 portals here. It's going to cause weirdness, though, because of the position of the way they're placed. But we can theoretically put 2 portals. Okay. So if we instead had you there and you there, and then we have another portal that's a yellow one that's sitting there, and then it's just going like over there or something. And now we don't test that. Can we have it like hit the middle, then take a second to then fall down through the blue one, then hit the button? Well, it missed the button. But to be fair, that was not actually that far off. Let's try it with the drive. Come on. To go through. Nah. All right. That was an interesting potential plan. It did not work at all. You need to get the cube to bounce off the edge. That is very fair potential. Just from like where? There? That does delay it a little. It's not landing perfectly on it, but it does delay it maybe just enough. But yeah, it's unfortunately not landing on it perfectly. Try moving it 1 further that way. But yeah, that's a very good call for out actually trying to achieve that sort of thing. All right, we'll try there then, because apparently that spot did not even make it bounce. And neither that one. Well, it seems like this isn't really working then. Because it's sliding off the thing way before it makes it there. So that's not really super working at the moment. Is there any way you can slightly shift the position of this one to make it better in any way? No, it's just going to do that. Nah, I think it's going to be about the same. So it doesn't seem like that section worked, because there's not an angle that seems like it can actually do it perfectly. That's kind of a problem then. Yeah, it can hit the button, but it can't stay on the button. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! That day, you were murdering companion cubes. It's not my fault. I mean, the cubes are fine, honestly. I'm murdering people, actually, over here a lot. The cubes are just landing there. Really, I'm not actually murdering the cubes. The cubes are the things that are being less murdered right now. So yeah, that's not really working there. Is there anywhere else I can do something, then? No, nothing up there. Trying to see up here, like, it was there a spot that I can launch into another one, but there's not really a spot on here where I can send a portal, like, I can't send the cube through a portal and then straight into another portal to then have it then like, do something. So I can't go like portal, then like portal, then out to then make it be timed correct. Hum. I think you need to use more portals for the companion cube. I am thinking that too, but it's just from where is the problem? Because everywhere that I can like conceivably think of doing that, we can go like portal to there, then it's going to slide across here and then go through there, then it'll be too slow. Because that's what we tried originally down here. So it's like, if we do that, it's going to be too slow. If we jump something over here, it's not going to be able to make that gap. So, can't really do there. That's why I don't know a spot that I can actually make this work with that. Without like another portal surface we don't have access to. Like, I feel like something has to be done here though. Like, this exists for a reason. That is obvious. So the question is, what are we doing here? Why is this bit here? Because we can't send the companion cube up this. It did not have enough momentum for that. I don't know if there's any way we can send it down it either. I don't know. Because I don't think this one sent it down it. Let me try that again. Oh, it did technically, but the fact is, before it makes it to the bottom, it's already died. That's not really helpful. Where can I send this out in such a way that I can then send it back in a useful direction? So I can maybe try something up here. then try to like have it go through a portal over this way, and then come down. It's just a question of will that be able to make it? Because presumably, like, we'll probably add something here. Maybe. That doesn't seem too impossible, so long as we build an actual bridge for it to use to go into. So we'll do that there, and then we'll raise lower is what I meant to say. You know, the opposite of the words I said. You know, very standard when I say the opposite of what I mean. Okay, so you go into there, you go into there, you go into there. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that one, which is very annoying because that's a pretty important connection, but we'll have to see if that might work. So you're going to go through there, you're going to go through there, and you come out a very weird angle right now. That's the one problem we're trying to do. So is it, yeah, we're going to have a weird angle. Try again, though. Let's just see timing-wise. Will it make it? It might be able to. Okay, that might actually be able to get it there. Like, just. We're going to have to constantly mix up that position of that portal, though, so it actually hits it. All right, let's try one further over. Come on. On there. Out through there. It's hitting it, but it's hitting it like the exact moment they're blowing up. That's not great. Yeah, that's really not great. What's the better way you can do that, then? Can we make this angle, like, more harsh? How's it even landing on this anyway? What sort of angle is it coming out at? Sitting there, okay. So it's kind of more bouncing. Okay. Go into there. Not enough. Put it on the angle panel. Which one would be helpful for the angle panel? What sort of spot's going to be helpful from the angle panel? It's going to like come out here and hit the roof, then try to go down or something like that? It's going to take longer than just going straight down from the top to the floor, though. It's going to go like... It's going to have vertical momentum. It's going to lose some of its like downwards one because of that. And we already know, like, because it's firing it off from the angle ones and then going to like this side. We know that didn't work because we tried that before. It's a very annoying spot for this, especially as like this. We also need to go the other way, so it feels like this isn't really useful for that spot. So I do think we have to try something else from a different spot. This is not really working right now at all, which is very annoying. Very, very annoying. That's not working. Because where's that landing in relation to this one? It's not landing in a position where it can maybe go through. Nah, it's very specifically landing inside the acid there. So I was like, well, maybe we can just like lower that just a little bit more. Maybe it would go through. It's like, no, not really. So that's not working there. Is there anywhere else that we can do something similar? Because again, we could flip this to this side and then have it go through like on the other one. Over here, it's just a question of, hey, is that going to be able to make it? I don't quite know. Let's find out. Are you going to be able to make that decently? No. So that is, again, completely useless. A bridge can maybe fix that in some way, but like not really. Humana. This is a very annoying puzzle. They've increased the difficulty a lot very fast here. But is the very easy. It's immediately 4. It's like, huh. What can I do with 4? We also have a lot of portal. We have 10 separate like portal combo things that we can deal with right now. It's not really helping much. We can try that again, but with you more of this way. But I don't think it hit the ground fast enough, so I don't think that's helpful. Again, we can at least see the exact timing if it's actually lined up. You know, it's way too slow. So yeah, that's not working from that spot at all. So that way to that way doesn't work. Like this way to that way doesn't really work. That way to that way doesn't really work. And this way over to that way doesn't work. And we have no idea how to use this thing. And we can't use this one because it's already past the thing. So what's this? Oh, this is here. Oh my, I didn't even notice this because it's not connected to any of the rest of the puzzle thing and there's nothing in it. Oh my god, this! That's what we needed. Oh my god, I was looking for exactly that. Oh, I didn't notice it. It blended in with the background in my mind there because I was looking at these 3 segments, so I never even looked over there. Oh god damn it, that's what we needed. It's literally right there. Because then we can just put one on top of there and then we can put another one beneath it and that gives it the amount of time to be able to actually just land straight on there. Or get momentum to use one of the other things as well, which is another option. But yeah, it's like that's gonna... Yep, there you go. I didn't notice that was there at all. I was like, literally like, where's a spot where I can have it come out of a thing and then go straight through another portal surface? And it's there. It was there the whole time. Okay, that makes things way simpler. All right, so I guess we're not really going to be able to do a lot with the cube aside from that, though, are we? I don't know if we can do a double cube thing if we're already sending it off for like a little bit there. Especially with still making it there, because it might get a little bit more momentum from falling a bit longer, but I'm not sure it's going to be super great. So I feel like we're probably going to have to do this. Seems most reasonable right now. I think we have to send you over to touch the thing. My biggest issue still is the convoy. I don't know if it's going to work with the convoy. Yeah, you are going to land on there, then you are going to drive to there, and then we can send you through. We can have you come back at the other side. That's fine. All right, so you're on there. One down. Okay, so then we can have you come out on this side. Is the most reasonable right now. Let's just make sure this is all working. All right, you are activating that on there. You're coming up here. You're landing smoothly on there. You're hitting that. I wonder if there's a way to lower this to make it better. Nah, it doesn't seem like it. I think that's already as low as it can go on that one. Even though I looked at that and I'm like, I feel like there's a little bit of a gap that you can maybe go a little bit lower, but I guess not. Because it's only on that panel. There's not like additional like space beneath it. So we have to do that. And now that opens the thing. So now we just have to do a ramp up there. But again, how do we make this work with a convoy? With there's going to be a second vehicle behind the first vehicle. It's going to hit the cube. It's going to hit the cube. I guess that's a problem for us in a few minutes when we actually solve this bit first. So how do we get you up there? I guess we'll have to do something like this to try to keep that stable. And then we'll have to build a bridge section going up on top of it. That might work. Let's see if this is stable first. Does look it. Okay. So now we just have to build a bridge that is inside this section. So it's going to be like there to annoyingly not really lining up correctly to there. But then we just move this one back a little. All right. Then we turn this into not that one. Turn this into a road. Then we just need to go you to you to you to you to... This feels very weird because we're trying to we're doing a bridge inside of a bridge right now. We need to hope that we don't accidentally connect the bridge to the wrong bit or not connect it to the wrong bit as well. All right. So that should create, a structure that can basically do it. We want to connect that one to that one, I think, as well. We might not need some of these ones now, though. We might be able to connect these into there instead. Oh, you are not connected to anything. You should be connected to something. That might be fine. That one's very weak, actually. There's not a lot I can do about that, though. Oop. Not all of them. Just that one, please. Thank you. Because I was like, if we connected to that one, it might be stronger. No, if we connected to both, I mean. Yeah, there you go. Distributing the forces a lot better. That's better. That's definitely better. Okay. Let's try sending this along. This should be at least able to work for one vehicle. It's just that there's not timing there for a second vehicle to get through before the cube hits there. So we have to delay the cube more. How do we delay the cube slightly more? Let's at least see the timing. So again, I'm assuming this is going to just land directly in front and then you're going to push it off. Which is then going to kill the first one. Exactly what I was worried about. So we still have to do something with delaying the cube on additional time. Which is probably what this top section's for. Okay. So again, we'll have to try this again, I suppose. It's the only thing that makes sense right now. Because we've kind of used most of the other spots. And then we put you there and then you there. Now I'm going to hope that in some way this can actually function. So you go through there, then you need to come out there and then also land on there before that. It missed. That was close. That was close. I don't know. I don't know if that'll work or not. Nah, it's still too slow. Even the additional fall from this section and stuff like that, it's still too slow. Ah, damn. We're close. It's just not enough. It's not enough. Can we lower that by 1? Yeah, we can lower that by 1. Will that make it tiny bit faster? Still too slow. So is there a way that we can do this, though? Is there a way that we can do this that has it actually just ever so slightly delayed? Because it doesn't have to be massively delayed. It's just be a tiny bit delayed. Yes, that's clearly not working. Okay, we again have the option of trying to bounce off the edge, but we already know that doesn't really line up. Yeah, no, not from there. Try one further over. Nah, one further does not work on the side. So yeah, no, it's still completely impossible to do that. Yeah, as I assumed, the convoy bit's being hard. Now, there's also the option of flipping. So again, do we want to flip any of these portals? Because we can maybe flip the one in here. Now, what is flipping the one in here do for us? I need to stop deleting the portal. I need to place down the second one before I'm pushing that button. Do we obtain anything by flipping any of these? So we have the option of flipping like that one. I don't know what that's necessarily going to do for us. Yeah, not really anything, because again, you still just pushed out of the way. Which is why this has got to be for something. There's got to be a reason why we have this in existence. So why? Why do we have that in existence? Why do we have that? Why do we have that? Why do we have that? It'd be nice if we could send a vehicle down there, like just even temporarily, but we can't do that. Now I should read some more messages. Thomas the safety valve, bursting tank engine. He usually laughs like there's no tomorrow when he bursts his own safety valves. Imagine the series being about that all the time. Why would anyone make a series about that, though? That's a very, very, very weird concept. Has VTuber Day ever pulled or bitten on VTuber Night's ears? No, because that'd probably be weird. I made fan art. I might have made this art before and forgotten about it. Congratulations. You never want to forget your art. There's no way we can make that slightly better, is there? Not really. How do we make this work? How do we make this work? Is the cube falling faster over time is my question. I do think it might be. So can we use that to go back to one of the previous methods? And just move you to like there. I need to know if this will time up. Ooh. It actually did. That did genuinely time up. Okay, that's actually really good to know there. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not hitting that one. I would like it was hitting that one, but that is opening. It's only opening enough for one of them because it's sliding. It's annoying that it's sliding because that's causing a lot of problems for what felt like a pretty perfect solution there. Because, oh, look, it goes through and then it goes... death. If only you didn't kill the second one, then we'd be great. We would have been great. I legit just finished Half-Life 2 as we are speaking. Currently watching credits. Fun! I definitely intend to tackle Half-Life 1 and 2 at some point. Someone ripped on Knight's ears, then, well, again, fire breath. It's always the answer to anything like that. It's fire breath. No one's going to survive even attempting doing these things, so why would they even try? And have you ever beaten Half-Life 1? No, VR Banana. Don't understand more. I love when like looking into it, I noticed that both Half-Life 1 and 2 have multiplayer mods, and I was like, ooh, it'd be so fun to do a multiplayer series on like both of them. So what can I do here? We've determined that kind of works to get the distance to do that thing. It's still not really enough. Then why'd you play Half-Life 2 before Half-Life 1? It's a fair question, but sometimes people just want to play the second one. Sometimes people don't want to play the first one. It can depend. It also depends like what you own and those other things as well, but I don't know. It depends on what you really want to do. There's no like necessary force to do that because it's free. See, exactly. How do I make you do this better? What if we move it further over? You might not land on it. What if we have it slide to where it is? Close. All right, one further. Let's try one further because maybe this is still salvageable. The biggest issue right now is we're not going to be able to get the vehicles up there. Nah, it's not. But yeah, we won't be able to do that. That's annoying. Because the biggest issue right now is because we're not hitting the button with the cube that's sending through. So we still have to send a vehicle through here later on, which we can't currently. There's not space for that. There's not currently solving that issue. There's the option of like raising that one in some way, but I don't think that's going to help much because I think it's hitting the bottom. Yeah, hitting exactly the bottom. It was promising, but isn't going to work. Okay, new question. Put the yellow one down here. What happens if we put the yellow one down here right now? Are you going to land on that? Eventually, yes. Currently, no. So therefore, you're useless to me. Great. What can we do then? What can we do? What is there that we can do on this level that can actually get this to the spot that we need it when we need it to be there? Because currently it's just not really working. Because we already tried up here after the launching thing, right? I assume we did. Let me just try that again. Yeah, it's too slow going that way. There's no advantage to moving this one over at all and having a second one in there, is there? I don't think so. Can't we send it this way? Ooh, yes, we could. What if going from there to there is now possible using the additional speed? So I think we tried that. The issue there is we need this bridge. We do need this bridge. Kind of an annoyance there, but I mean, it's worth a shot. We need something that can actually solve the level is the problem right now. We don't currently have that. So we need to figure out a way that this can actually be doable. So are you going to be able to make it in there? You technically will, it looks like, from that. Can we raise you up to there? I didn't mean to send the convoy, I meant to do a testing, but it's fine! We're only going to kill people to test things. It's a very wrong angle. It would need to be all the way out here somewhere. Yeah, the problem is, again, it's sliding more. We don't really want it sliding even more, because sliding is not giving us the right sort of timing. We need to land, like, straight, just flat on the thing and then just be there. I mean, it's close. But again, it's not going to send both vehicles through. It's going to slide off too quickly. Yes, it seems like this is not going to work. Unfortunate. So we still have to go back to the drawing board and figure out a way that this can actually be doable. And also, playing sequel before the original ruins the entire experience. When you play the original, then you had I was already spoiled like 4 months ago. That's very sad. And then the other part was, attack based on his model design. He does look like he's going to howl your ears up if you dare mess with him. Correction, ears off. Understandable. Yeah, ears up is a bit confusing of a statement. Alright, so we can go back to here. There's nothing we can really do with that right now. There's no benefit doing this, is there? I don't think so. Because again, that would just send the vehicle through there and then do that as well. Which would not be the most ideal. Just on Half-Life 2, Episode 1. Very fun. There's no way that I can make this work. That's kind of a problem. So we already tried this at one other point, right? What if we have that higher? Definitely worth a shot. Nah, I was hoping that maybe we'd have enough speed to hit this and then like bounce down to that, but no. Very much does not. Also, annoyingly, it completely misses hitting the thing as well. It's like, it'd be really nice if you would like also hit the button on your way past. But it just doesn't. It refuses to. Let's go down there, though. And we've already got the achievement for this. 50 vehicles destroyed in Port Proficiency. Sorry, 50 vehicles. I was supposed to get that a little bit later than level 4. Excuse me, it's time for your bath. Whose bath? Who is like Edel saying this to someone, but who's Edel saying this to? Understandable. Confusing as always, Brettle. What am I missing? What is this position in this level where you can actually make things do things? Somewhere. There's somewhere that I can put these portals that will not affect the convoy. The question is where? So again, like, this goes too far. As well, because if we try to use this method, we can't use the vehicles being up there, and that kind of kills that entirely. Which is not good. There's no benefit of going that way. I don't think so, because we need to send the vehicle up this route, so we can't send you that way either. If I definitely had a second one of these, honestly, that would save so much time if we had a second one of these, because then we could just delay it like a tiny bit more, and then we'd be fine. But we only have one of these. And that's a problem, because we only have one of them, and we need 2 of them, but we only have 1 of them. Yeah. So there's got to be a way we can slightly delay the cube and have it still make it on the thing. It's going to land flat, and it's going to be the right timing, and it's got to be not in front of the vehicles, it's got to be behind the vehicles. And it's probably, again, got to involve this in some way, because it seems like that's probably important. Unless we're using this to launch the vehicles up here. The vehicles could potentially use that to go up there, but then they'd be going through a portal here, which currently, if we're using that for something related to the cube, it would just send them to a spot that isn't useful. So no, that seems wrong. Again, I'm really not certain. Especially, I don't know if there's like a way that we can improve this by like flipping something in a certain way, but yeah, there's not a distance from that. So it does eventually make it there, but it doesn't slow down the thing enough, so it can't do that either. You can try like that way. No, that's too far. Back, please. All right, I think that's nope. Still one more. Apparently, that's another achievement. 10 times try to start a test run with an incorrectly placed portal. Whoa! Another achievement! Wow, we're blasting through these achievements today, aren't we? What else do we even have here? Complete all the things, deliver all the convoys, complete all in chapter 2, deliver all the ones in that one, maximum portal successfully used in a test run, and then yeah, so all we have to focus on this one. Everything else is literally just the goal I'm doing anyway, so all I have to do is eventually, at some point, use every single portal. Do we have enough space to use every single portal here? I don't know if we do, because like, there's quite a lot of portals. And you, and you. Now, did it say like actually like, used in like sort of like a test run or something like that, not just like in general? I don't know if it means like place down literally every portal, or it just means like actually use them. But sure, let's just see what happens if we place down every single portal on every server that we possibly can right now. I don't know how possible it's going to be. Can we put portals underneath the stuff? I don't know if we can. Let me put you, then we put you. It's all of them. Yeah, I figured that all those wouldn't be super placeable because they're all in various annoying spots. So no, you can't put them, I guess, under the thing. Good to know. So yeah, I don't think there's enough space for us to do it on this level anyway. All right, fine. Get rid of all those then. All right, we'll try and get that at some point. We'll definitely try and get that at some point. And Edel, it's time to tear apart Deus' expansive wallpapers. You mean like physical wallpapers on like walls, or do you mean like wallpapers on computers? We sort of wallpaper. The wallpaper has multiple meanings. Which meaning of wallpaper are we using for this current situation? What can I do here though? What can I do that slows it down, but not too much? What is something I have not tried is the bigger question though, because I've tried like most spots right now. What else is there that I have not tried that I can try? I'm running through them all in my head. It's just not. We tried there. We've tried like on this thing. We tried on that one. We tried on this one. We tried on that one. We tried down here. It doesn't really do anything. We tried over that one. We tried along like this entire thing. We tried on that one, and we're using this one currently. I have tried every portal surface on this level. What's a combination of them that works in a way that's actually useful and can do the puzzle? I don't know. I genuinely have no clue. Some of the more promising ones were when we're sending off this way. But it's not really working well enough. There's no way we can do like that. We can't like put it on a bridge or anything. No. Effectively, that's one of the only spots we haven't tried is down there, but I don't see a way we can get it there fast enough. Like, I just don't think it's possible. Especially since, again, we'll have to use that for the vehicle aider anyway. A room inside a room that is in a room outside a room. Wow. That's like so many rooms. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? We even technically tried sending it out that way and that didn't do anything either. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do to actually make this puzzle work? Is there anything with bridges that can solve this problem? Because again, we are playing a bridge game. We kind of like mostly forgetting that right now because we placed the bridge and just left the bridge. But is there anything we can do with the bridges that can save us in any way? Can we slightly slow it down using a bridge somewhere? The problem is that this whole sequence we're currently doing right now is not where bridges can be placed. Bridges can only be in this section. You can't do bridges literally anywhere else other than this section. We're currently using bridges to go up there. So that's the question. Is like, is there a way that we can use a bridge to slightly slow it down in some way? Is there a situation in which sending it this way but with a bridge can be faster than sending it not like that? Maybe? It's going to depend on angles, stuff like that though. So put you back there. Then once again, we'll need you down here and then you over there. So just the question is there a way you can use bridges to make this go better? Maybe. Maybe if we just have like a bridge that's going like a nice straight like path over to where the thing is. And then we somehow support this, which I don't really know how we're gonna. But if we somehow support this, then maybe there's a way that we can use that to get it over there just ever so slightly delayed. But less delayed than the delay that keeps causing us problems. Maybe. It might be useful, just here's the thought, to use bridges in the bridge constructing game. Wow, I think I'm a genius. So maybe this can do something in some way. I don't think this is going to do a lot though. Yeah, it's currently way too weak right now. I suppose I don't want to put too much weight on the bridge beneath it. That's the biggest problem right now. Is if I put too much weight down here to try to keep that alive, it's going to cause its own issues. I can do this, though, with a thing across there, because that will make that a bit more stable. So let's see if maybe this gets through here quicker. Maybe it kind of did. So if we move that over by a little, it might be able to do something here. I just don't know, though. I feel like that's about the same. I don't think that's much better. You have the option of raising the portal now. It's definitely an option. You can also try to like have this flatten out before it goes in. But I feel like it was still going like a weird bounce and slide even when it was going into the other one flat. It's just that the more flat it is going straight down, then the less speed it's losing going like diagonal. So we need to get there like as quick as possible. Still missing. Is it further this way or further the other way? I wasn't really paying attention to where it was going. There's also the option of flipping the portal, I guess. I can get it to hit the things, but not at the sort of angle that I actually need it to hit the thing. Just a little bit of a problem. Okay, what if we try flipping it like this way? I know that's going to be better in any way, but we can at least try it. Again, it's hitting where we need it to. But it's also bouncing off, and it's hitting slightly too late. It's not hitting at a time. Like, look at that. It's literally hitting like as the thing is being activated. And then, of course, as I said, the issue is it falls off it right after. Which is probably about the angles that it's coming down to hit the thing, which is the biggest problem right now. So again, the question there would be, is there a way that we can like lower this down into an angle where maybe it'll go through straight so that we don't have that issue? So if it goes through like completely straight, now it's missing, of course, because that's now changed the position that it was going through. Still not working though. Definitely still not working. It's so close. Just every time, like, as the vehicle blows up, it's just, how do I get just that tiny little bit through quicker? Like, not much through, just barely quicker. Let's try like changing the angle of the bridge. It's very close. And do you ever smudge on Knight's face? Not really. I do not interact much with Knight's face. Okay. Was that better? I think that was slower. So it was not an improvement to do that. Good to know. So what's a way we can actually make this work better? What is the way we can make this work better? What is the way we can make this work better? Can you go one lower? Not that. You, please, thank you. You go one lower? Yeah, you still can play. You can place one lower. Is that going to change much? It's just slow. Again, it's still not falling through like completely evenly. How perfect of a position do they want me to do if this is actually the way to do this? It just seems like it's so close, but it's also just not. And I'm like, is the fact that it's not working, that the fact they've like directly calculated this? Okay, no, that's blowing up even before it's actually activating there. So that is slower now. But was this calculated? They tried this, then made sure the timing was accurate so that this wouldn't work. And the actual solution is something different that I haven't thought of. Because that's the issues that I have when I look at something like this. I'm like, is it not working because it was specifically designed to not work this way? I don't know. But is there any other way that we can do something about this that is better than what we're currently doing? That is the question. Flip it again. We can try flipping it again and try that the other direction. I don't think that's going to go better, honestly. But we can try once again. Get rid of you. Put you back down here. As low as possible. It's not the great thing. It'd be really nice if it told me like what was allowed and not allowed when I'm in this mode before having to go to the test, and they'd be like, nah, you're allowed this. Try and put that as low as possible because I want to see where it would like hit and how fast it hits on that one. I don't think there's enough time. I know we've already tried this one anyway, is the biggest problem there as well. Yeah, I don't think there's enough time for that to make it through on that side. I think the other one was closer. Maybe. The lower portal there, maybe this one like flipped and then like the different direction. I need to see which direction is coming out first after doing that to then determine that. So, okay, no, too low, a little bit higher. Try one higher right now. I think it's probably not one higher. It might be two higher, but I'll try one higher just in case. Yeah, it's two higher. Okay, we'll do two higher then. Is this the same sort of height difference that we're doing up there? Because that's doing that, which again means you'd have to go from all the way over here to make that one maybe work, if that even will do the thing. Nah, misses entirely. So no, not flip that way. It would have to be this way going from this side. But again, diagonals mean it's slowing down in the air when doing that. So that's not really the most useful. Well, we slowed it down even more than we've ever sort of done before. Still not useful, though. Again, we did try this way, and we tried all the angles from this way that it can possibly do. We tried up, we tried down. If it was further back, it would be great, but we can't do that. One of the other things I haven't tried is doing this. I know it's not going to work, though, because it's just going to... Yeah, it's going to stop there. But that was technically something I hadn't tried yet. So, we've now tried it. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? So you're coming out pretty straight right now. So you're not coming out at any sort of angle where you'd be able to hit that. Either way. Which side of the pool are you coming out of? Yeah, already the closest side, so there's nothing I can do to make that happen. Let's try this now. I want to see something, because that's what happens there. And what if we flip this one? Nah. I was hoping that maybe we have it hit the roof and then bounce down, but like, nah, that's not working angle-wise. Is there any way that, like, is that hitting anywhere early? No, it's not. There's no one on the floor that we can, like, send it up to, like, hit something. So if we just get that, like, hitting somewhere on the ceiling there, I could put a portal there, then a portal back there, and then it could go boom, boom, straight back down. And that would be helpful. But again, I can't do that. Because there's nothing that can do that. What do we do on this level? Why is the level so hard? I had, like, faith that maybe we could get through the levels, like, decently quick. I'm like, oh, first 3, oh, we've done so far. And then it's like, oh, no, level 4. Oh, no. And to think that I had the slight hope that maybe we could get through 20 levels during the first stream of the DLC. I think we're still stuck with the 10 levels every time again. We also still have these off for if we actually need that later on. The biggest issue is that we know we need to send the vehicles through things. That we know the vehicles are going to have to do that. They're going to have to go through up here as well. What if that's something we need to do with the vehicle? Yeah, we send the vehicle off that way and then have it come down there, and that's what we use this one for? Then send it back up there? Maybe. Leaves this one entirely open, so when we don't have to use the vehicle for this one. So then maybe that is using the solution in some way? The question is what? In what way? How do we use that as a solution? Because currently all it's doing is sending it through itself, and then we kind of saved them for a second to not hit the thing. But not really. Really not really. Is there any way we can fling the portal at a weird angle to go into this, so then we can send it? So what I'm considering is, like, is there a way we can have, like, this work as our solution? I don't think so. I don't think there's a way I can easily get you into that one. Further back. Is that going to hit the thing again? Yep. It's very annoying how that just doesn't work the way as I want it to. Because it's only that one. Because I was like, if that could hit the vehicle, I was like, oh, that'd be great. But nah, there's no way to do that. Unless we did not use this? We were already trying to figure it out before using that, before we realized that that existed. So it feels like not using that is really not the solution there. Hum. It's not working. Nothing I do is working. I am so close to a solution, and yet at every moment, nothing. It's just nothing. Nah, I don't think it's time for that. What I was randomly thinking there is, I'm like, what if we could have it, like, land on, like, the other vehicle? We can maybe have it land on the first one. Let me try, like, some of this position, because where's that landing? Alright, so put it slightly ahead. Like, what if we have it land on the vehicle and then fall off the vehicle? Nah, it doesn't really work. I'll try, like, one over in both directions. Yeah, we can have it travel a little bit with that, but it doesn't really throw it off the angle we sort of need there. And Edel pulls a knight's ears. Understandable. And Edel shakes day. But again, you constantly say something, but they don't make a lot of sense. Because again, it's like, how does Edel shake day when Edel is day? Because Edel is part of day. Day is the sum of the whole. So the shaking... Edel shaking day is Edel shaking Edel. That's the... It just feels like it's kind of redundant at that point. Okay. That was another interesting plan that I came up with there, but it's not working. It's still not working. Which is such an annoyance. I was like, oh, what if it just happens to land on the thing and it just happens to fall off and then happens to like bounce over them and land on the thing behind them? But it's like, nah. That's a lot of happenstance. It's not a game of happenstance. It's a game of solve the bloody problem. Make it work. Make it work. But how? How do you make it work? How do I make the thing do the thing I need the thing to do? I don't know. I don't know. Is this straight? Vaguely is. It's very hard to tell the position of some of these portals, like where straight or not straight is. That's decently straight into it. That technically kind of works, but it won't work with the convoy, unfortunately. Because the other one just knocks it out of the way. But that is actually a funny way to do it with that one there. But it's still like, it didn't save the vehicle's problem because it's just like, you die, and now I push the button. It's like, thanks, Cube. Really appreciate that, Cube. Thanks for waiting. You know what do? Make another bridge, place another portal. I can only make a bridge there, and I can place a portal there. We did it before, and it didn't work. I'm not sure if that is what to do. Because again, neither one of those is really working. So it's too slow. If it was too fast, I can easily do things about that. I can easily like put a bridge thing in its way and have it like knock off that or something like that to like slow it down or like have like a certain like slope or something like that. But it's too slow. And getting it there quicker is the problem. It doesn't really do it when I'm doing the bridge up there because that's what I was trying before. It was close. It was the closest we've been is when we were doing up there. But it's just not working. Delete a bridge and lower the other bridge. But we only have one bridge. This is a single bridge structure. So we only have one bridge. How do we delete a bridge and lower the other bridge when there's only one bridge? And this is our bridge. It's a single bridge. This is just supporting this section technically. And that's required for this to go up at the end. The alternative is we can have them do this way, but then we'd still have to be hitting that button, which means the cube would have to hit the button, and we do not have a way to have the cube hit the button. Because the cube has to end here, and the cube has to end here quickly. So the cube cannot touch this, really. So I don't really know if there's any way you can do something like that. Because I already tried from like this way, and I don't think there's a way I can get that, like, to get to here fast enough from there. Because it's on the same level. It doesn't have, like, the gravity, like, assistance and stuff like that. So you can't really get from there to there quick enough to then actually do the next bit. Which is why I've kind of ignored most of this section because I'm like, well, I'm just using that to go up there. But it still feels like this and that is important, which now we are using that. But then because we've used that instead of this one, it makes this one seem important for its different purpose. So why is this one now important is the question there. What can we do with that one that actually makes it work in some way? It's got to be, it hits off the thing in some way to do a thing, to do a thing, to do a thing. But how do I make it do a thing, to do a thing, to do a thing if I don't know what the thing I need to do is? And that, my friends, that is the confuzzlement of the problem. What can I do that will make this work? I don't know, but again, it was the most promising when we had it, like, doing this. It's just the issue that it doesn't have the timing that we need it to do. Because if it slides on there, and then it goes there, then it lands there right as they die. Which is why you need to get there quicker, which the solution to that would be have this portal closer this way, or this portal like further down there. You can do nothing about the problem. That is the way it feels right now. It really does feel like I can do literally nothing about this current problem. And that's the issue. I've tried like everything. I'm like, what can I even do that can make that do that just quicker? Just to do it quicker. It's like, how do I make you do it quicker? It's gravity, then gravity, then gravity, then a little bit of friction, and then gravity. I don't have much control over doing that. Forgot I had volume boost enabled in this browser. And hello! Congratulations! You made great success. You made great success. Great decisions? I don't know. That was probably great success. That's what you made. How do I make this work? Night, how do I make this work? It just won't do it, Night. I've been on this puzzle for like an hour. It just won't work. Because every single time it goes here and that guy dies right before it hits the button. How do I make it work? How do I make it not do that? It does sound slightly slower than when we use the bridge to do that though. So I'll go back to building the bridge that we had there like 30 minutes ago. But oh no, it's just not working. Why is this not working? So you again need to do that, and then you do this, and then we need to turn you into a bridge, you into a bridge, you into a bridge. And you go to that one, and you go to that one. That should be the bridge back, right? Yep, that's the sort of the bridge we had before. Slight difference on an angle, but again, it slightly was quicker at one point when we used the bridge for a thing. But still, it's just... it's so close. But it just won't do it. It just won't do it. Why do you blow up at the exact same moment it touches the thing, no matter which angle I do? Just slow down. Just slow down, bud. Stop. Don't drive straight into a laser. That should be rule number 1 of driving a laser in front of you. Brake. Park. Reverse. Just don't drive into the laser, man. God damn. Here's a hint. Do something. Just do something. Can't say what, but do something. Good plan. Edel rips on VTuber and Night Rose's ears. Again, Edel wouldn't do that. That would be very rude. And we can extend this out again. Slightly different angle, but like, it's not gonna help. It's just not. It's just not. You see red, stop. Don't drive into red. Exactly, though. Why? Why do you keep going? You know it's going to kill you. Why do you keep going? You fool. You fool. Let's try slightly angling that different. Oh, man. Nah, it's sliding now is the problem again. Raise the portal up, then. We want that to be going in straight. If it goes in straight, it shouldn't slide as much. That slid a lot still. Not helpful. Just any way I can reduce the distance that any of these have to travel to do the thing better. The answer is just no. The answer is just no. It's just a plain, fat, massive, big no. In fact, they can't even say the second vehicle. Because it slides. Trying to get here quick enough makes it slides, and then it literally activates it to kill the next guy. It gives the other guy false hope. That's what I've done at this point, because he dies, but oh look, there's no laser. I'm gonna be okay, because there's no laser. Yay, there's no laser. And laser. Literally the last guy, as he's going through, laser suddenly in his face. It's like, oh, poor dude, poor dude. What can we do up here to fix that? We can slightly change the angles of these. We can do like that. We should make it more flat, maybe. It might need to go one higher up. That's going to be way too high, though. I can't really do one higher up, but that might make it a little bit more flat, so then it won't slide as much. We'll need to change the angle, though, probably. I think it's going to have to be one further over again. Just come on, please make it. Please just make it. No. What can I do that makes this work better? I physically can't even slow down the vehicle. The only thing I have control over is the cube. Is there something I can do? Is there something I can do with this? Do something, Day. Just do something. You can do something. You can do that something. Just do the something. You're right. I know exactly what I need to do. I need to put this here. Wow. Whoa. Oh my god. Wow, that's done so much. Wow. That was like vital to us trying to putting that random thing there. What can I do? What is there physically on this entire level that I haven't tried? That's the question right now. I feel like I've tried everything. What have I not tried? There's got to be one thing I've not tried, and that one thing can do it. Actually, let the other one through. Amazing, but not helpful. We need both. We need both. I love how hard I struggled to get the first one to get through, because I didn't even notice this section existed originally. I was looking at these, but like, how do I possibly delete the cube? Then this exists, but I'm still wondering, is there a reason to remove this? To stop using this? We need to use this for the first one. Do we have to go back to square one and stop using this? Just change up the timing, so that we're not doing the same timing. But again, the problem is that makes it go further. It won't make it faster if I do the other thing. It'll just cause more problems. Because we already tried doing these across ones without like the additional speed we gain from it going through that, so it's not really helpful. We again have the option of flipping it though. We can flip this one again. I don't know if that's gonna help much, but we can try it. Because now you're going there. Is that better or worse? It looks about the same, honestly. It looks about the same. Hey, look, bud, you're doing it. So you're hitting the thing. Oh my god, look, one guy can easily make it. We just need the second guy to not die to a laser and the level solved. Just stop dying to the laser, please. Just do something, Dave. Come on, come on, come on. Too much pressure, too much pressure. I need a solution. I need a solution that does the thing. A solution that does the thing. You are going to go up by 1. Watch this miraculously works. No. Very much did not work. What if we put it up by 2? No, so I guess put that there because it seems like it's a bit weak without that. 2. We put that up by 2. No. What if we put that up by 3? Is that problem? What if we move this over by 1 and then put it up? Come on. What if it's just like a slightly more extreme angle so maybe it can get a little bit more speed as it goes through the thing? Still entirely fails. All right, what if we move it up by 4? That was the worst it's been so far. 4 was a little bit too much. What if we move you up by 1 on top of moving the other one up by the 4? No. What if we move you up by a second one while the other one's being moved up by the 4? Now you're a diagonal again. You're missing massively. Let's try flipping that the other way. Not good enough. That was one of the first times we actually hit that thing, which is what I wanted earlier, but unfortunately that it kind of needs to be here if we want to do that. Should I move it further this way then? Nah, that's way too far. The problem is that that's never going to work because that's going diagonal, and it's going diagonal, it's not going down as like fast because it's going to be going, it's using some of its momentum to go horizontal and not all just down. So it's just going to slow it down, which means that that is completely, once again, useless. So we don't want to be doing that. That is just not helping all day now. It's just screwing us. Everything's screwing us. Very great. Exceedingly great. Did any of what I just did help at all? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Did any of this help? It's just kind of making it like flip more. That's kind of what it's making it flip more. We don't really want it to flip more. What if we move this one further back or something like that? Same angle, but one further back, which means we have to do you over that by 2, then you over there. So now it's a slightly different angle. Can this in some way send you through there better? Thank you for like landing on the thing, but slightly delayed there. Very helpful. Not really actually solving the problem though. Yeah, not really solving the problem. No matter what I do, you die. Why? Why do you have to die? Every time. Why do you have to die? I mean, so does the other guy currently, but that's because I'm trying to make the first guy not die. And we had ways to make the first guy not die, but the problem is if we make the first guy not die, the second guy does die. Or more accurately, the second guy kills them both if I make the first guy not die. If we could just put like a bridge or something here, it'd be great. We can't. We can only put bridges here. We can only put bridges there. That's what was hidden time. If you don't do something, do something. Come on. You hate that something. Can help. So do it. Did I say you hate instead of you that? Something. Yep. It's not something. I don't know something I can do, honestly. I keep trying things, but the problem is I've tried everything. I just keep subtly changing this strategy up and seeing if maybe it works slightly better. And no matter what, it always has that guy blowing up. How do I make him not blow up? How do I possibly make that guy not blow up? Let's go one lower still. Yeah, we weren't at the maximum lowness with that one yet. It just does not work. How are you going with this one right now? Are you actually touching this or are you moving over it? I think you're airing over entirely. We can maybe go 1 up again. It's further back than 1 up. No, you know what you can do, so just do it. I don't know what I can do because there's nothing else I can do. I've done everything I can do. Okay, we're gonna have to do an extension for that one now. That's really fun. Extensions make everything way more stable, you know? So much more stable. All the stability in the world. Oh, this is not even a triangle anymore. Nah. It's not bowing down is the problem because we added that extension! Woo! Extensions! What about now? What if we do that? Is that gonna make that less weak for no reason there? Yeah, kinda. The problem right now is it's also bouncing. It'll be losing momentum from the bounce. I just changed 2 of those into bridges, which is going to stop this from working even if we do actually succeed. So that's great. All right. Again, it's just doing what I originally did now. We're not solving anything right now, honestly. I would really love to know if there's an angle that I can have this be up and actually do something. So if there's an angle we can have it be up and do something, that would just be great. Actually, like that. This is just getting more and more crazy with the position of this because I keep moving everything back, which is just breaking the bridge. It doesn't seem super promising there. Because there we're bouncing it. There's not an advantage to bouncing it, is there? Bigger bounce. Is there an advantage to bouncing it with a bigger bounce? I'm not certain. I thought you were not that one. I thought you were this, but okay. I guess those combine together into like one thing. That's what I meant. That's bowing still, but it's not really what we wanted, so... Yeah, no, not that sort of bounce. Should I try a straight? I could just try a straight one. Again, I don't think a straight one's going to be quick is the problem. I can try a straight one, because it seems like currently this one is not working. So we should probably try something. So we'll do a straight thing up here and see if maybe it's better. I seriously doubt it, but we will try it. Because we might as well try it. Because it would be crazy if we don't try it. And we need to try it. Because we need to try it. Is that placeable? Yeah, that is placeable. Good. Alright, so let me lower you one below that. You can do something, so do it. Just do something already. I'm constantly doing things. I am trying things every 2 seconds. I don't know what you achieve. Just saying do something's going to achieve. It's like, yeah, that's what we've been doing the entire time. What you've asked me to do is change literally nothing, which is the opposite of do something. Okay, so you do there. You do there. Because we need this to be a stable platform. So to make it a stable platform, we're going to have to just do this. Then we just like, combine that together in like a bunch of horrible things. Yep. The problem right now is that we can't connect it to there, and we really want to be able to connect it to there. Now, there is a potential solution to that. We can do like this, and then not that one. No, that's a hard pivot to a hard pivot. We don't need a hard pivot to a hard pivot. That's kind of pointless for like most bridge things. You can try doing that. Okay. Are you at all quicker doing this? As always, I kind of doubt it. But it's not impossible, so we'll give it a go. Let's just see the timing it sort of like does. Nah, it's way slower. As I figured, that is way slower. I knew it would be the case, but I had to at least find out. But yeah, that is slower. Because it's not going down like the path that we were using before. So we do not need any of this. It is completely useless. Alright, build my previous one back, please. There we go. We are so close. That's this one. Okay, so I need to fix that and that. Alright. How do I make this work? Oh, that's still the one that does that. At some point, this would just become nothing more than spam. Yeah, it's kind of brutal in a nutshell, though. Go down there. Come on. Yeah, still doing the bounce. The bounce is not helpful, though. We kind of determined at this point. The bounce is not really going to do much. Unless it, like, bounce into a higher one and something that was somehow quicker than just doing the route that it's currently doing. But how do I get it there quicker? Some way that I can get this there quicker. Like, of course, having this, like, at a diagonal is probably better because that's sliding down at a diagonal, which means it's, you know, going a bit quicker than if it's going flat. But it's like, oh, did that hit the ground fast enough? It wasn't at the right spot, but did that hit the ground fast enough? We usually need that slight angle change. Nah, still blowing up. Damn it! And again, it still has the issue of it sliding. And it's sliding is a problem because it's sliding is just gonna make the second one die. So we need it to hit flat, and we can't make it hit flat because who would ever hit flat? Flat is justice. You don't hit justice. That would be stupid. Try and bring that up by one. Like, we need to go through perfectly straight. Because perfectly straight is going to have the least horizontal momentum loss. Because it has to go just straight down into the thing. Wow, that's like one of the first ones just landed there completely smoothly somehow. It's still a weird flip there, but then it's like it landed. But like if it's not doing this flip there, like maybe it could make it needs to just go thump, just straight down like a thump. I think like the rotational velocity from the thing is like removing some of its like forward velocity or crap like that. So it's a problem. Then how do I make it not problem? I'm try raising that one again. Yeah, it just goes further that way. I really thought this section of the game, because the new DLC would start off incredibly easy. I was going to make level 4 to already be a hell. Why is level 4 hell? Level 4 should be easy. Who decided to make level 4 hell? Okay. Well, I'm going to try flipping you again and send you over this way. No. Now you're going down here, which means you're going to come out here, which means you're going to land on an entirely wrong button. Nice. Somehow landed on the wrong button because 4 is death. You're not wrong. 4 is very much death. 1 to 3, easy as hell. 4, instant death. 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 Okay. Zoom back out. What can we try? What can we try? There's only a space for one portal here. We tried a weird double portal here thing at one point. It didn't really work. We've tried everything on this wall, everything on this wall, everything on this wall, everything on that wall. We tried both of those walls. We tried that wall, and everything along this one, and that wall, and this wall. So, what walls have we not tried? That is every wall we have not tried. So what can I do? I put portals on every spot on this level. Okay, aside from, again, removing this to, like, slow it down. Slowing it down doesn't seem good. It really doesn't. Look, I'll give it a go. Because at this point, we've got to try something, so I'll try slowing it down. But again, it's not going to come out here with anywhere near as much speed now is the problem, so it's just not going to make it. But maybe if we, like, turn the whole thing at a diagonal after doing that. So again, now it's coming out of here quicker than it was, like, previously. But again, it's like, it's blowing up way before it hits the ground. Like, again, it seems like that's just another thing that isn't going to work. Higher, lower. Lower is faster, so lower. For now. This feels like too low. Yeah, it's probably too low. I don't think I can go low enough to do that. Maybe I could get a tiny bit more speed from this, like, method. Maybe, because it's only from there, really. It's also currently completely not lined up. It should probably actually be at least lined up to where the thing is. But yes. It's way too slow. I don't know if there's a way I can make that do that quicker to make it, like, ever. Because it's way too slow doing this method. But again, like, it doesn't have to. It lands here somewhere, so we can make it more diagonal if we just have it where it lands. It lands there, and it's actually pretty low. That doesn't really help it then. If we pay attention to that, it's like, yeah, look at that angle. It has to start here and then go down. And if it goes there and then down, it's going to go down like this angle, which is not really going to have it go in the portal. It's not possible. I went too far there. That's fine. Just keep going back. Let's go all the way back. Yeah, who needs any of this? Let's just do the entire bridge section again. Who needs the bridge? The bridge is useless. God, there's so much. Just seeing every single one of these changes over the time. Alright, we're back to before we had the bridge. We need that then. Yep. So what do we do that lets this happen? Why do you have to push the cube off? It's not like we have to delay the cube by like the tiniest amount. Because the cube just has to land, instead of now, the cube's gonna land like now. So it's like, it's just a very tiny amount we gotta delay the cube. But unfortunately, it's like, setting it from this section over to there is just too much of a delay. How do I delay it less? So there's no way that, like, we can have it so you push it on there at the exact right moment, because again, we can't send you further over this way. You know, what waste of time pulls a knight's ears. You dare waste day's time giving no hint. I mean, come on, look at Day. He is literally crooked of insanity. Do something with the bridge. The solution is obvious, and you know it, so just do it. It's not, though. And obviously, you clearly don't know what the solution is either. Like, we've tried everything with the bridge. The fact that you're specifying do something with the bridge for the solution thing is like, but we've done all the things with the bridge. Every variant with the bridge we have attempted. There's not just a very obvious do something with the bridge that does the thing. Because again, it's like, from here to there, it doesn't work. From there to there, it doesn't work. From there to there, it doesn't work. And from there to there, it doesn't work. From there to there, also does not work. So what's the apparent solution? You want to do from like here to there, which is also the exact same distance from here to there, and is just mirrored? Because that's not going to do anything. What can I even try? What can I even try that I haven't already? Because again, we can still try something up here. Is a hint you can do something. You can also do something. You can stop telling me to do something. You could do that. You very much could do that. You were capable of telling me to stop doing it, but you don't seem to be. It's not even a hint. And again, it's a hint if you know what to do and you're trying to give someone a hint. The fact is, I know for a fact, I don't think Brodel knows what to do here. You're just saying do something, which is nothing. It's literally nothing, Brodel. You're just saying nothing. Over and over again, you're saying nothing. You're not achieving much. And it's not helpful. What can I try that I haven't already? Go to that one. I can try going back to that one. So it's an early thing we tried like once or twice, but put a second portal in here. Oops, I forgot to put the thing down first. So a second portal in here. That one's gonna go. It doesn't matter. It's just here. Well, why don't I even do the second? The second one doesn't need to be in there. It just needs to be one. And you go there. But you are, yeah, currently landing there. Move one over. It's too slow. It's too slow. It's right. No, one for the arrows probably have it go in, isn't it? Let's try here. Maybe it's just. Nah, it went instantly in. So no, I can't really use that over there to slow down that section. Doesn't really work. If it's at that very precise sort of angle, it can vaguely slow it for like a second. But the problem is it stays there too long before it slides over the thing. So then when it finally makes it to here and finally goes to there, it doesn't make it. So the alternative to that would be just hope that the blue by itself can just do it. Like we tried this earlier though, and it wasn't really working. That might actually work now. We tried that. That was one of my first solutions, though, was doing that. But that's opening for both of them. Did I just do it? By just retrying something that I already tried earlier? Oh my god. Seriously? I tried that when before I noticed the other thing. That was one of my initial solutions for the one vehicle thing. And it worked. It worked. It just needed a slightly different portal position up there. And Wow. Wow. We shouldn't even use that over there. Why does it always happen? I don't know. But like, again, that's one of my first solutions. And I did that. I had two portals up there and stuff like that. And I had to go through one to then fall out the thing to then go there. And that was before I was using the other thing. So I was literally doing exactly that. And that's the something I meant. No, it wasn't. You said use the bridge. That didn't use the bridge. Which you know what that means? You're full of lies, Brodel. You're lying on the internet. We all know it, Brodel. We all know it. Next level. Alright. 5, please be slightly easier. Repulsion Gel 01. Okay, what am I doing? I'm starting there and we're bouncing. Understood. So the only bridge section we can do is over there, so let's just see what angle this is going up right now. Oh, you're not even bouncing. How do I make you bounce then? How do I make you bounce if you're not even bouncing from the start? I guess, yeah, I'm just gonna send you the portal, that's what I gotta do. Yep, that makes sense. Right. I was expecting it's just that you bounce would have gone on the gel, but I guess it's not trying to jump. So it's like, oh, okay, fine then. You found it without me telling what it is. Because you weren't telling me anything. You weren't telling anyone anything. Well, good luck. I'm going to need it to get through these 10 levels. I am 100% going to need it. Okay, that doesn't use through there. Hopefully, these other ones I'm going to have like stupidly hard things to do again, though. I'm hoping that this is not going to be super hard of a level, because just currently it looks like it's just going to go through there, bounce, through there, up there, and now what's going to happen? It's going to, yeah, land like there. Then we just build a bridge to catch it on there, and that should hopefully just be fine. I don't know how I was going to do for the convoy, though. I do have to be able to support 5 vehicles. That's going to be a little tough. But sure. How strong are you? Pretty strong, because I built a giant triangular bridge. The entire bridge is a triangle. None can defeat my concept of triangles. They're probably going to hit each other in the air, actually. Okay, back onto the triangles. It worked for one vehicle, not for multiple. But it still works for one vehicle. I'll take that. Love how fast we can solve levels for one vehicle, but it's like, second it becomes multiple, then you have problems. So you'll find there. We probably need to do something up here then. Yeah, you're hitting each other in the air. Exactly what I was worried about. What can we do to make that not happen then? Something like with these? It'd have to be like this, and then like that. So that's the only real thing I can see that I could do up there, honestly, is just that. And it's more to bounce them over this way, I guess. Let's see what happens with it. So you're going up there, you're going to hit that, and yeah, it's going to bounce you over this way, so then you can land on a different part of the bridge. Okay, so we don't need this bridge structure if we're doing that then. So we can eventually go for something more standard. All right, so if we go for a more standard bridge, this should be more fine. We can try just doing the standard across like this. It's at least worth a shot. It's a pretty stable bridge design, so we know that it's, you know, it's tried and tested, stuff like that. It's a little weak right now, probably. We'll give it a go. As long as they're landing more like here and not where they currently are, that might be fine. Let's just see how far back it's landing. Nah, it's on the bridge. It's not as good, but as long as like they're also like bunching up and like not destroying the bridge, then it's fine. Just can you stop hitting this guy? Can we please just let this guy keep going? And then the bridge collapses. So that guy, the guy who was like the first through, still was not allowed to make it. All right, so what we need a way to knock that further over then. We need them to actually land on that bit, because this is a solid bit. If they land on that bit, then the weight of them landing is not on the bridge, which is a lot better. So that would be great if we can do that. Alternatively, we can have them land higher. You are ending up there, but not like landing on there. You're still landing too far that way, so that did not help. What about like a lower angle? Let's try that. It might do something. There's a chance it might do something. All right, bounce, bounce, bounce. Bounce on there. Knock there. Where are you going to land? Ghostbusters! What? Yeah, you have a lot of momentum that way, but not like while in the air is the problem. And we can't connect anything up there that isn't also going to be connected to this bridge. Anything we do there is going to create more weight on the bridge structure, which is going to just be very problematic, which is not really what we want there. So that's kind of the more promising thing. Is there a way that we can make them be knocked further over? But the problem is anything we hit them with in midair is going to put more weight and strain on the bridge. So then the question there is just, can we make them land on something that's like up here, but more like diagonal, horizontal things? To try to like reduce the amount of force that's necessarily hitting it immediately by making them not go as far before they hit the thing. Because you want to catch them here. If you can catch them literally right at the top, that'd actually be most ideal. Because that's when you're not going to have any, like, it's more weight on the bridge, but it's also at the same time the least amount of force that's actually going onto the bridge from that, like, weight, because then they're just landing, like, directly on it. So that's potentially something. Is it something good? Probably not. Oh, that was not connected. You need to be connected to there, and probably to there, and probably to there, and also that probably needs to be a thing. Okay, yeah, again, look at the weight that's doing to the bridge. That's not great. We can just do the standard bridge structure though, but just strengthen the bridge. Like, it's another option. Yeah, it's too much weight. We're just gonna have to strengthen the bridge then. Okay, fine. I want to do something fun, but fine, I'll just strengthen the edges of the bridge, and then the bridge will be stronger, and then the bridge will probably be able to support the weight, and the vehicles get across. Because to be fair, it's only 3 that didn't make it. Like, half of the vehicles did make it during the first attempt at this, so it's like, yeah, it might be fine if we just strengthen it. All right, try again. It's just a little bit of annoyance right now that we've got the first vehicle being like one of the last to get off the bridge just because it gets locked behind all the other vehicles. It's not really what you want, but it's fine. All right, go on there. Go into there. We need to strengthen that bit as well. I think that we're fine now. Yep, there we go. Sigh. Day, that's not the solution. Hey, Bridle. Hey, Bridle. Hey, Bridle. Once again, you're full of lies. I know more about bridges than you do, Brodel. Not the solution instantly wins. Next level. All right. Number 6. Aerial faith plates. All right, just send them immediately. I want to see where this is going to go. So yeah, it's going to hit there. Totally fine. We're just going to put a pole up at that section. So yeah, about there. Want to see how even that was to where it was going. So you're going to go in there. Then we can effectively send you anywhere with that right now. Is there any reason to not just send you like here? It's like, what's the point of all these bridges? Can't we just send you like here? And yeah, then you're there, and then you bounce up there, and then you just go through a portal there, then go down a portal there. Again, what's that? What's the other section for? Oop. Terribly sorry, I put you 1 too low. I'm sorry, portal. There, now you're okay. Yeah, I don't really know what it's for, because again, you just drive on there, then you bounce up there, then you go through this one. Oop, needs to be a bit higher. It looked pretty accurate to that, but it was not. Well, you are a rascal, Shakes Day. Alright, go through there. Somehow get sent back. Your portals don't make a lot of sense sometimes, game. Why would I get sent back there? I went through the portal. I should go through the portal, game. Okay. You're hitting like your head on like the ceiling while going through the portal or something. It's about like the angle that you're going through, I think, is what's happening there. It's annoying. There we go. That's kind of what I wanted. This needs to be a little higher, though. We'll try that then. And honestly, this might just already work for like all the vehicles, because it's just like, if we're not using any like bridge things, if we're not using bridges, then there's not going to be much of a problem, because yep, that's just going to make it. So now I assume all the other vehicles are also just going to make it, because there's not really any reason why they wouldn't make it. It's the only place they can get slowed down is like here. And look, there's a decent gap for them as well. So it's like, yeah, no, they're not going to have any problems here, because there's no bridges, so there's nothing under forces, nothing being like hit. Every like vehicle should go the exact same route with perfect consistency, because there isn't a bridge to get in the way. So again, what was the point of the whole section that was allowing me to put bridges there? That was just another $0 bridge. A very easy $0 bridge. All right, next level. Next level 7. Don't touch the energy pellet. Understood. Okay, so where are we going then? So we're just going over that way and we just need to send the thing up there. That's fine, I guess. That seems really simple. The speed of the vehicles is the problem, isn't it? Yeah, it must be the speed of the vehicles. Okay, because what I'm looking at there is like you just do this, and then you just send it straight into the thing. So it must be, we've got to do something with the vehicles then. Because again, you're going to make it here way before this makes it all the way across the entire map to get there. So we do have to slow it down. So we're going to have to slow the vehicle down is the biggest importance here. So the easiest way I think we can do that is we send the vehicle up to there, then send the vehicle out through there and then down. Because then the vehicle has to do the same path twice as well. But then the issue with that is that it might collide with other vehicles in the convoy. But looking at the fact that they've even got like the bridge structure kind of doing that. Alright, do that. Do that. Can't make that. Alright, it's fine. We don't need that. We can just do the normal bridge structure. I just want it there because I'm like, it'd be a little more secure if I can put it there, but it doesn't cause problems. So we want to do something like this. I'm so annoyed that you can't make there right now. Move you up a little. Now you can make there. Good. How stable are you? A little bit. Just a little bit stable. Not as stable as, things could necessarily be, but a level of stability that exists, I suppose. Yes. Now, the question is, how do we get them up there easily? So again, we're gonna have to create like a second bridge structure that's all. I don't think this is gonna work conceptually, honestly. At least I'll see like the timing wise. Oh, you did not go through that properly, unfortunately. Wait, I have another idea though. Could I make a bridge designed to fail so that the first guy destroys the bridge and then everyone else drives on the actual bridge? That seems like madness. Make it to destroy that. And I just can't help burst out laughing about you saying I'm full of lies. It's just hilarious. By the way, it gets closer to Day's nose. That's not the solution. It probably is the solution though. Once again, it's like, it probably is the solution to make them go through a portal to slow them down. Because that's basically the only thing you can do in this level to make that work. There's a way we can maybe do that. Yes, actually. I like that. I'm going to restructure this because I actually like what I just saw a little bit more than what I'm doing. I do think this could still work, but no, I was just looking at that. So my thoughts here is we do like something like this. It's got to have like that, and that's going to be like this. Then there's going to be a portal, currently the one that we're currently using there, and we're going to put it up there. Then you're going to go down here. And now we're going to build off of this section a bridge that's going to be above this section that's then going to do the thing. So in some way, if we can support this doing like this sort of concept, it's still going to have to go a little bit higher though. But it's enough to delay the vehicles a little. It's not as much as I would like to delay the vehicles, honestly, but like it's definitely an amount. Unfortunately, it might not work currently. You might need to put this in further because it's got to be a little stronger there, I think. Then you go into there, move you down to there, onto there, onto this section. It's very annoying trying to get these like even and smooth when you're attaching them like this. Then we can do another double on that section. How strong are you? A little. All right, let's give this a go at least. So you should hit there and then fall down into the thing. No. All right, we can try moving that further over then. All right, try this again. There's also an opportunity to bounce the thing, actually. Problem is you're backwards. We need to flip this. But yeah, it's like, is this going to work? All right, well, you are facing forwards now. The issue is now you're still too quick. We need to allow you more than that, or alternatively, we don't send the thing in over here. Because we have the option of building something here. So yeah, I think we need to speed this up. That'll probably solve a lot of our problems right now. How do we build this in a way that will help this? It needs to be a right-angled like thing. I think it's going to be one further that way then. There we go. Lovely right-angled thing. Hopefully that's kind of angled to the right sort of spot. We then kind of have to attach this up to like into you to hold you there. All right, then we just need to move this one onto here instead. So then it'll go through there and hopefully... it's not straight. Yeah, it's the angle of this thing I think right now is causing the problem. Oh, we can't attach it there. It's falling though. It's falling. Damn it. Damn it. It's falling. What if we attach both? It's bending that bridge too much. It's bending the bridge too much. It's kind of annoying. Congratulations, you already found the solution. That just makes me want to scrap everything I'm currently doing and try something entirely different. Just despite that. But I do think this will work fine, as long as we can actually solve this a little bit more. I think this has got to go a little bit further back. It's the wrong angle right now. Alright, how about you now? Are you going to go in? The answer is yes. Okay, so long as that does go in. So what's going on with this? Alright, so... Ooh, that one should not be a bridge. Not a bridge, not non-existent. You're still useful for keeping the thing alive. Alright. We probably don't need to do what we're currently doing, though, do we? Oh, we definitely do. Okay, that was just barely. That barely made it. Now, the issue here is I don't think this will work for the convoy. We're going to have to do something different, I think, because I think we're going to have problems, like, maybe here? No, not currently, actually. Okay, the convoy might actually be fine. Okay, the convoy won't be fine. Yeah, the bridge is a bit too weak for that. Exactly what I was sort of worried about. I don't think this bridge is going to actually be able to support the weight of the entire convoy in that sort of action, especially when it's like falling in a way. So that's one of the weak points I noticed. I think this is also pretty weak. It's pretty obvious that it would be. We can do this as well. I don't even know why you're a bridge right now. You don't need to be. Oh, no, you do need to be. You're the thing knocking out. All right. Strengthen that one? I don't know. Definitely strengthen stuff of this one, but like, which one? Probably this one, actually. Try strengthen that one. Ooh, we need to strengthen the middle one. That's one that's actually having a lot of problems. We don't want this collapsing. Cards VTuber Day's hair. So you have chosen death, I see. I warned you about the fire breath, and now you have chosen death. I will be on my way to your current position momentarily, and you will burn. So good luck with that. Oh, that didn't make it. Ooh, what changed? What made that get there quicker? Because you should have still been making it over. So what made you get there quicker? I guess the bridge is just better. Yeah, I think we've made a slightly better bridge is the problem there. Okay, we might need to up this or something like that to give it like a slightly worse angle or something like that. Because yeah, they're getting down the bridge too quickly. Nah. Oh, you missed as well. Yeah, changing here is actually causing that. Messes up Day's bridge. How could you? After everything, how could you mess up my bridge? How am I supposed to build a good bridge if you mess up my bridge? How could you? How could you? Okay, we'll go in now. We're still killing the first one, unfortunately. We don't want to be doing that. Try something like that. It's going to make certain aspects weaker. We can also remove that angle at some point. Why was it making it before but isn't now after we strengthened the bridge? What is it about strengthening the bridge that's made this bridge not helpful for what we're doing? It must be that this angle was sitting lower or something like that, so it was getting less of a smooth transition. Yeah, it must be something like that. So maybe it's like you. Try something like that. You're gonna destroy the entire bridge is the problem if I do that. Annoying. We're close. We still need to slow them down a little bit. Again, changing the angle of this could potentially slow them down more. We'll try that then. It might make them fall through this at a different angle though. Yeah, you're falling through upside down now, and all of the other ones are dying. That's not good. What if we move that one closer? Okay. I think, yeah, they're more consistently going through again. Unfortunately, our butt over there missed again. Great. Why'd you miss? All right, let's see what angle missed you. All right. Yeah, it's like a little too low or something like that. It's because this is getting bounced too much. We can try like... Nah, it's gonna die. That makes sense. We try extending this one out or like moving its angle one back again. Something's changed about the way it's angling through that. Even though most of the time it's being launched before the vehicles are making it to it. So it's like... Yeah. It's being launched... So the vehicles aren't causing it to go weird. It's just the bridge. The question there is there any way that we can hold that more in place? Can we use like U or something like that to hold this like back? So if we can keep that perfectly straight, then it'll go through there as quick as possible every time. I mean, it did, but it wasn't good enough. Now, was it? No. But yeah, that is actually working really well. That's helpful. So now we need to once again solve the vehicle problem. We need the vehicles to go better, do faster, be stronger. Yeah, we can easily get you going through quicker right now, but we need to make you go through slower. So how do I make you go through slower? Slower. What if there was another bridge section up here that was just like knocking them in some way? Needs to be the ever so slightest knock, but just enough to slow them down in the air. I mean, that kind of works, honestly. Unfortunate that this guy fell back here, though, because aside from that guy falling back there, that was kind of working pretty good for everyone else. And now the entire bridge collapses and everyone dies. But yeah, aside from someone ending up back there, that was just pretty good. So if we just extend this up more, we might be able to solve the person going behind the issue, and then we just kind of strengthen some aspects of this bridge, because it's still a bit weak in certain spots. This one honestly might need strengthening. So we'll strengthen that one for now, and then I'll see which other ones are glowing like really red right now. Yeah, you in particular, you up there. Okay, you up there, definitely strengthen this one. It's holding up most of the bridge, I think. So we strengthen you and then do that. Okay. And messes up Dave's birthday cakes on every time it's his birthday. Again, wrong term. But also, who cares? I don't really like cake much, so it's like, okay. Good for you, I suppose. Ah, damn it, missed. Alright, go on there. Try again. Alright, so yeah, that one's weak, and that one's weak, and that one's weak. Okay, so we need to strengthen this one, which it makes sense. We're strengthening the one, like, the starting point and the end point, but not the middle point. So it's like, yeah, definitely strengthen that one. We're just going to strengthen this one because it's the same sort of concept. We're strengthening the one below it, but not the one above it. So obviously, if we need to strengthen something, we have to strengthen the next one along the line as well. That's just kind of how it works. So conceptually, if you look at that, then, oh, this one's here, which means we also have to strengthen this one here. So yeah, that's kind of like where a lot of the issues are that we're having. And then return that one to a bridge, because I accidentally turned that one off Vega Bridge. Ooh, you're having a serious problem as well. All right, fine, we'll strengthen that one too. All right, so you just go there, and then we just do that. All right, that should strengthen like most of that section, so it shouldn't break as much now. Everything should also be a lot more solid, which should be more consistent for the vehicles going through. Yeah, we're still having issues with these in the middle. So we are going to have to strengthen this one, unfortunately, as well. Ugh, that's annoying. I don't like I have to strengthen more things. It's just going to add more weight. The problem is the more weight you add, the more strengthening you have to do, because you've added more weight, then more weight, and then you just infinite problems. Okay, this one's still just too weak. There's that one and that one. If this works, it works. If it doesn't, I'll fix one of these. Probably that one. So that's 5. Ooh, come on. One dude left. Come on, just give the bridge. And you made it. Woo! Succeeding with the bridge entirely destroyed. Nice. All right. Next level. There we go. Boutique. Understandable. Did I break you because you do try everything desperately? Are you a desperate Demi-god bridge constructor? Who made you this way? What do you mean? You've had nothing to do with anything that I'm doing here. All you're doing is saying random things that have nothing to do. Like, you're saying unrelated comments, and I'm playing a video game. Your unrelated comments don't have anything to do with anything happening in the video game. I don't know if you're aware of that, but yeah. Nothing you've said has made my bridges go better or worse in any way. Because you're just saying unrelated comments constantly. So this is going to get blown up, unfortunately, right now, right? Yep. So we're going to have to do something about the fact that it's getting blown up. So we're going to have to, of course, use portals for that, presumably. Because, you know, this is the portal one, where we do portal things. So what are we doing with that, then? We need to hit this. Hit that will then, I guess, swing that down, and then close that off. So we need to hit this. How do we hit this? How do we hit that? How do we hit that? I should be able to send, like, something through here to hit that. Like this. And the question is, how do we get the cube to do that? I don't know. Is there spots where we can put portals like there? So I guess that, and then we're doing like this with you there. And then, no, wrong spot. Wrong spot. Delete that, please. So we're doing there and there. So then that's now dropping off there. It's hitting you. It's sliding through you. It's coming out there and it's sliding and it's closing that. The issue right now is it's doing all that too slowly. How do I make that do that faster? What if it was this instead?
Dispensing product.
It does do. It doesn't go through. But then how do I can't put bridges here. How do I make you not do that then? Are you portable? Who are you? Or is that a false spot? Okay, that is actually, okay. So yes, that is portable. I wasn't sure if the thing we're driving on there was portable, but it is. Okay, that's nice. I assume maybe these ones aren't because they're more the gray one. Those are the white ones. So okay, that does help. We do have control over the vehicle before it makes it there. So now I guess we have the option of maybe sending it this way or sending up this way. Or no, just there actually. That's what we do. We just send you this way. And then we send you this way and then back out. So now the vehicle, it's delayed while we're waiting for the cube to do the thing. Unfortunately, the cube still hadn't done the thing in time, but hey, the vehicle technically lived. We also need to flip this, I think, because that was... Oh, not that one, this one. It's not coming out the angle we actually wanted that to come out. That was coming out backwards, which is not the most ideal. Flip, please. Thank you. I don't know why I'm doing the right-click thing when I can just click that.
Dispensing product.
So we can have you go through there. So now at this point, the cube doesn't even need to do that. Because you're going through there.
Target acquired.
That's even more interesting. Huh. Fascinating. Okay. So then maybe we don't even need you to be going through there. Maybe we just need you going a different direction. Like where though? Like out here is probably going to get killed is the problem. How do we activate that? We activate that through that section. So we're going to send the cube down there. Probably. So we send the vehicle this way, and then we send the cube from there. What's this one doing? Oh, we need both. Okay, that's annoying. But yeah, we can do like that with the cube or something like that, but no, we need both. We need both. Okay. Yeah, you're going through there, then going on there, which is fine. Then you're going down there right now, and then landing there. Or you're also backwards, which is not ideal. We can flip that though to make that not be a problem. But yeah, we can activate that using you by doing the current motion, which is helpful. We also have access to this. And we can use that to speed boost ourselves at any moment, which is also fun. Should we use that? Should we use that? Oh, maybe we should. Maybe we should use that. Now, where do we use that to be effective then? So we have it drop there, then go through there, then go somewhere else? So that means instead of doing this, you're going here, and then on the other side, you're going through there. I need to make sure it's lowered enough. That's probably right. Then on this side, then you're coming out through that one. Those correct positions, they are. Okay, so now you're going through there, to here, to on there. I don't think that achieved anything. That's later. That's not there, that's later. Not yet. We'll use that afterwards, I suppose. That will come as a later part of the level, not as that section. We'll go back through there after we've done this first bit then. So do we want to go through there then instead of here? Because we can go up there and then go through there and then go up through this way. It's an option. We can give that a go. All right, so we'll want to go here then, and then we'll use that to then go up through this instead of the cube right now. So I don't currently know what we're doing with the cube. Something probably. But for now, we will figure it out at some point. So now we have you doing this. You fall through there. You come out there. You land nicely on there. You push this. You go out there. You get a speed boost. And you go up this way. Hopefully you jump this gap. Nah. Okay, that gap's not jumpable. So then I guess we'll just send you this way then. All right, fine. I'll do it the normal, reasonable way, not the other way. So go through that way. Over there. Hit that way. Through there. Speed boost from there. Then you land on this one. You go through that way. And then you hit there. Which is fine. The issue now is we still need the cube to make it in that. Doesn't the cube like die when it touches those though? Do we even get the vehicle to do that? Not enough space for that though. You can come up that way, drive over there. I can't get the vehicle out of there if I put the vehicle in there. Is that being turned off by anything? No, not really. how does that work then? That's not a problem. So again, if I like send this the other way, it dies in this, right? Yeah, as I figured, the cube dies in that, so we can't have the cube going in it. So how do we get the vehicle to go in then? So we also can't bridge through there, so we can't build a bridge up there, and I don't think a portal can fit on that gap, so we can't get a vehicle out of there if the vehicle goes in there. What? But you're required to open the exit. That's weird. That's very weird, honestly. Again, we have access to you. What can we do with you, though? Like, we can send the vehicle up here or something, but it's like, what's that achieving for us? The vehicle's just going up into there, but then it's like, how do we get the vehicle out of there? That's odd. Or is it you? Are you doing that, actually? Are you turning it off? Oh, you are. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I didn't realize that was turning it off. That actually solves all the problems. Because I was looking at like this, and I didn't realize this is attached to this. Because they're not like directly like in line with each other, stuff like that. So I was just thinking in my head, I wasn't like associating that with that. So I was just looking at like, where's something that's actually attached to this? And it's like, oh no, it is that. So okay, no, that's fine. We just need another thing up here that's higher. So you go onto there like that. Then we just need a thing that's kind of like sliding you through over. So it's something more like there. And then like this or something. Now, as long as that kind of sits, because then you're going to do that. Then you're going to slide onto there. After you slide onto there, we're just going to use a portal to do that onto there. So now you will go down here. You're going to knock that. Then you're going to fall on there. You're going to come out there. And then not the right angle yet. We need a more extreme angle. So we need to increase that one up to do that. We're going to have to strengthen this middle one. I already know that this is going to be the case because I'm just going to keep adding more things into it and eventually it's going to snap. So let's just strengthen the thing that's going to keep everything together, please. There. All right, you go into there, you hit there, you go over that one, you get knocked off of this way. I think right now you don't have enough speed though. You do not. Where are you landing on there? Pretty low down. Okay, that's fine then. We can get rid of this, then we just do that into that. This turns into an action one, then that gets attached there. So yeah, now that's doing that. Falls through there, hits here, slides off there. Now, I don't know if you'll make it. No, not currently. I need a better thing then. This needs to go further. So it needs to, it's too far out right now. It needs to go more there and then go further this way as much as possible. It's more about there, which means this one has to come in so that we can then attach you to that. And now that might work. So you fall down there, you bounce on there, goes there, lands on there. Way too high for whatever reason though. Lower the angle. Do that, do that. Okay. Onto there.
Dispensing product. Goodbye.
Over. On. Okay, that's working fine then. So now we just need to send them out through there, which again, it seems like the easiest way to do that is we just have that go down by one, then this come like out through here, and then probably gets flipped. But I'll make sure to check first. So you're just going to be doing the sequence. It's going to take you a little while to get to that one, so we just got to hope that the vehicle takes long enough to get there for it to not be a problem. Which, yeah, it seems like it very much does. So yeah, you're backwards. So we just need to flip that then. It's this one, right? Yep. Flip you to go the other way, please. Thank you. Alright. Still like this thing, but again, I don't really like the idea of using this thing because it's just going to send them into the lasers, and that's not ideal. Which is why I'm like, let's try going down from above. That's my thoughts there. But we'll probably have vehicles with a convoy doing it this way. Because again, they're just going to be hitting this, and then, I mean, there's no bridge or anything here. It doesn't really matter if all the convoy's ending up there. Yep. Then I can read some of these measures of Day muffles and questions what to do to make it faster. Day found the solution, but there's another problem. Day said, that's very interesting, huh? We need both. Day questioned to use the orange gel. I did do all of these things, and I was paying attention to them while I was saying them. And would you think Knight and other VTubers are bad friends to each other? Probably not. Yeah, like normally, if you're a bad friend, then you don't... the relationship doesn't continue. So if you're making content with someone, you're bad friends to each other, you probably don't make content together until that. So you probably would stop being friends. Yeah. So you probably assume that you'd be at least decent friends. Otherwise, people probably say something about that. It depends. Everyone is their own person, so like there are probably situations where there are VTubers that aren't actually good friends with each other and kind of like played up for the camera and stuff like that. Definitely a possibility. But I'd say like, for the most part, if someone like seems like they're a friend when they're making like the content creation, they probably are. Because otherwise, then they're probably just not enjoying it. And then eventually it'll probably burn out and they'll probably part ways anyway. But there we go. We completed the level. Another level down. Woo! And now we're on a 9. Hasty speed does not succeed. Hasty speed does not succeed. Hasty speed does not succeed. Hasty speed does not concede. Concede? Succeed! Not concede. Definitely not concede. And we still haven't used every portal in one of these levels as well. I don't know if there's going to be a level that's going to have like a lot of them in space. This one kind of does, honestly. So I wonder if there's a way we can use every portal here. Let's see how many we can actually place down. Again, I don't know if we need it in a successful solution to a level. Because it very much could be referring to that. Like, it actually has to be successful, not just place them all down and have it actually, like, functional. But I am curious. It would be really nice if I could get that. Then you go in there. You go in there. That's half of them already. So the question, is there enough room to be able to actually place down all of them? Can we place it halfway through that? I don't know if we can. So it'd be a good opportunity to find out, though. And you can go there, and then you can go, like, there. The issue is we still have 4 more to place, and there's not room. Unless we might be able to fit one in beside the button, but I kind of doubt it. I don't think there's any way we can fit this next one is the problem, because I don't think we can do that one. Oh, there is one spot here, but that I don't think all of that's gonna work. Yeah, as you can see, 2 of them don't. Slight problem there. Can we raise you to then raise you if that one's apparently a problem? Nah, that's still a problem apparently. Is it because it's on this viewing window? It might be because it's on the viewing window. No, can we have this go all the way up and then like have you go to like there or something? One higher? Nope. Those are now interfering with each other. So no, you can't put 2 portals on this wall, unfortunately. But again, there's not really enough room to put another portal down anyway, like to do things. So we can't really fix you much because you're overlapping with that one. So no, I don't think this is a level where we can currently do every portal. Let me just clear the construction from that because that'll be easier. So not yet. At some point there will be. Yeah, it wouldn't be content. It would be more like making a mess. Exactly. Okay, so you're going out through there and then going through there. So obviously a portal is going to be here. That's a clear no-brainer. The portal has to be here. There's no other way that a portal is there. The question is, what are we doing with that portal? Because we can't send them immediately here. They will die. So we have to send them out somewhere else first. Probably here. That'd be my assumption. We send them here and then we send them like here. And then maybe we send them there, assuming we have enough time for that. We need to turn off this laser, though, which is going to require a lot of annoyance. Because you are going to have to be here. Then you are going to have to be here. That's going to open that. Then also we have to deal with the cube. And the cube's got to do that and that. So the question right now is, does all of that happen before this thing just makes it there and dies? Oh, yes, of course. I don't have that off yet. Yeah. Yeah, that is just being... It needs to be slightly slowed down. It cannot go instantly into that portal. That's why there's bridge things here, is we have to slightly slow it down. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is fine. So we're going to do that. How are we going to slow you down just a little bit? It's not a lot. It's like a millisecond. We're going to slow you down like a millisecond. Alternatively, we can maybe do like this. But the problem is we have to slow one down while also trying to get another thing to go through as quick as possible. And it's like, we need you to get here very fast, but we also have to slow you down. But we need you to get here very fast, but we also need you to slow down. How do both? How do both? How do both? How do I get them there quicker, but also slower? So my thoughts is this will make you slide down there, and then that will be activated, and then, oh, that's not currently working. You need to be lower. There you go. So now you should slide down there, and then hopefully with this off, right? Oh, it's not off. Why is it not off? Oh, does it start off? Okay, no, that's fine. We don't need to do anything I just did. What we need to do is the other thing, actually. The other one's going to be slowed down. Okay, I didn't realize that it starts off. I thought it started on right. Because that doesn't look... Yeah, it's being turned on right as it's going through. Okay. So the timing, there's still the same like timing sort of thing. It's just that it has a slight issue there. Okay, so we actually would want you going through faster. We can't speed you up in the current process. We just need to slow this down. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. If we want to slow you down, all we need to do is put this over here and then put you over there and then put you there. That'll slow that down. Again, though, the problem is that we're trying to get these all activated before the thing gets here, where it will just die. So now the problem is, yeah, we slowed it down too much. So it's worked, but the vehicle dies. So, what sort of thing we do about that? That's what we do. Okay. Okay. Once again, I'm seeing a use for this room. For this room, what we need to do is we have to jump over this middle section, unfortunately. That's kind of annoying, but it's something that has to happen. We have to jump that portal, because we don't want to go in that portal. And we're going to have to put a portal here. So like that. That's what we're currently doing. So we're not going here. We're going here somewhere first. We just need to get over that portal. How do we get over that portal? Easily. It'd be nice if we can do it from the ground. Because then we'd have a lot less issues if we can do it from the ground. So then this one's going to go there, and then this one's going to go here. And then that should honestly be level completed as long as we can get it over this portal without dying. So now what we do is... the problem is with the place of these portals, I've lost access to those. That's what I'm going to call bad. Because we've lost access to the most useful of the portal situations. Alright, so now we can try to create a structure that does this. Like that. Failed. I think I went too far. Yep. Okay. That does that. Can we go into there? No. We can go to there, though. So move this a little that way. There we go. But now we can create something that actually kind of works. So not that. You to there, you to there, you to there. We will need this to be raised up is the problem, though. So again, it still has to jump it. So we do this, I guess, to sort of create a stronger triangle there. And then we just need those. I don't know if that's going to be enough to jump it. We can make this closer, actually, though, because we're not... It is enough. It's more than enough, actually. Okay, that's fine, then. So now you're going there, and you're a lot slower, and we've made it. Okay, so that was actually fine. It might not be fine for the convoy. We're going to find that out now. So again, that goes down, that activates that goes through there, that goes there. Now these guys are going through there, then they're jumping up this section to delay themselves so that this is all activated before they get here. Unfortunately, some guy got caught on the thing and now killed everyone. But... How dare you? How dare you kill everyone? Oh, I can try raising that. It's going to make it harder to get there, though. Can make that way harder. Yeah, they're not going to be able to make that. It needs to be a little lower, then. We do have the option of maybe extending this out. Or just turning it into a road. I don't know if it'll help, but it's a thing. Alright. So, can you just make that? You can just make that. It's not going to fix the issue, though, is it? Ooh, how did you die? Yeah, no, that's not fixing the issue of what we're having here. Again, though, I did specify we can have this go further out as another option. But yeah, that's not fixing the issue. That's just creating a different... It's creating a different, slightly different, still problematic, but not the same issue. Sort of issue. But it's still, ultimately, an issue. Can we even connect those together? They might be too close to each other to reconnect those. Well, I think it is connected, actually. Okay, so those did connect. So what if we do that, though? I want like a more smooth transition of how they're going to land on it, is more my thoughts there. So that we don't have as much of an issue. As long as they're landing smoothly, they should be coming out of this smoothly as well. So you're through, you're through, you're through. And that should be the last guy. Made it over, and that is level 9 completed. Nice. All right, next level. Now, I would like to get through 15 levels in the stream. If we do 15 this stream, that means we'd only need one more stream. We'd only need one more stream. Assuming we can get through 15, it'd probably be a long stream if we do that one, but it's like, It's the fact that like, we're on level 10, we're only 2 hours in. I don't know. 1 cube per turret. I'll see where we're at when we've actually beaten this level. Because that would technically be the ending point, and then this might only be like a 2 and a bit stream, so then it's like, I might debate trying to get to 15. Because it's only another, like, half of the levels we've done. Alright, so we're inevitably sending someone through this way, or we're sending them on a thing here as they're going over that way. And of course we can get there. We're going to have to do something about these turrets, though, I assume. We've got a lot of cubes, that's fine. It seems like every cube is kind of in a spot. Because yeah, you can all go through those things, which is fine. So every cube is currently in a spot where it can be sent by a portal, so we're going to do that then. So it sends you via a portal, probably onto this, I would imagine. Let's test that out. So you go onto there, and then you bounce. Now what's that going to do? Because it seemed important. Ooh, not enough. Ooh, that was very close to the sort of angle we needed there. Oh, I did not mean to send build. That's just going to crash them into the wall. Yeah, that wasn't enough. What about there? I can do something different. Yes, it is going to hit that one. Okay, as long as we've hit that one, that's good. So now we have to hit the other ones. We can easily hit this one using U. The problem is there's also buttons, right? There's 2 of them. Ooh, you might actually end up down there anyway. Yeah, I didn't leave that long enough, but that might actually happen. So then we send you to that one to kill that turret. And then we send you... Oh, it depends on what do we want to destroy quickest? Because that's technically a very important thing here is the speed of the cubes. Because like this one's going all the way down there, then going all the way down there and bouncing. This one's just going instantly to a place that we potentially need to go. And then this one's going all the way down. Like if we're using this one to go all the way down, then all the way down, we're going to be killing this turret very late. Also, how are we getting here? How are we getting there? We don't have any access to things in there. We don't have access to like a... We need a... Oh, we do have a bridge. We have a bridge right there. Ooh. So we have an option of using that to deflect something, potentially. The biggest annoyance I find about that is that it's only 1 point. 1 point is not good for making bridges. You really want like 2. Because making something strong with only one is hard because it pivots. Because you can see, this is now going to spin around. The way I can stop from spinning around is by doing this. Which is why it's good that that exists there, because we can just do this into that, into that. I guess also attached to that way, and that should hopefully stop from pivoting. Exactly. So unfortunately, it doesn't really seem like that's angled to a spot where it can actually hit that good. Yeah, it's more just like knocking it, but like, we might want to knock it at a slightly different sort of angle. I don't know, though. So we probably want to move this further forward, then. So we'll do that. So we're just going to have to do a double inside, which is fine, I suppose. So try this again. Again, why is this so low as well? We can have this higher. You can go like all the way up to basically where the laser is. That's fine. All right, is that going to work still? Yes, it is still going to work for now. It's very not stable in the slightest, is how I would describe this entire structure right now, though. So it's not really the sort of structure that can knock the cube up into where we want it. So ideally, what I want to do now is I would want to send it up. The problem here is also the fact that, like, we won't be able to use this cube to do the other bit. Oh, it'd be so nice if you could hit there as well, but nah, it's just going to blow up on the lasers. I need a way to get you up into that. And the problem right now is this has to be a stable, completely solid structure for that to work. Because the problem right now is it's got too much bounce to it, so it loses all of it. It's not like sending all of the force into the cube by being a solid structure. And there's not really a lot I can do about that in this small area is the problem. I don't know if that's going to do anything. It's way too bouncy. Okay, how do I make it less bouncy? We can only support it from this thing right here. So I can do like stuff like that, just give it like, here's a bunch more connections, but then the problem is it's going to break. It's not too far off though, but yeah, again, this is now going to break, so we're going to have to strengthen that, but the whole premise is we only have to strengthen that because of the thing we just did, so it's probably unnecessary then. Can we send you further in? I need you to pivot less. What if we also have that sitting over here then? Nah, it's going to pull it down too much. Yeah, that's going to pull it down too much. So we can't use that to like have it lean against the wall to not pivot in any way, because it's just going to be able to slide straight down. That would work if we had a solid foundation to put down here, but the problem is they put this laser here very intentionally, so that won't work. It's fine though. All right. There's got to be a way I can send that up further. What if we try lowering this? Ooh. Almost. So lowering, that's what we need then. Lower that one more then. Let's see if that can work. Not currently. We need a different angle of deflection for this. All right, let's try moving that out further like that. It works just a tiny bit during one of those bits there. There it is. All right, so that's what I wanted to do there. So again, we're not using this for that purpose now. We are using you over here to get rid of that one. Okay, so you're going down, then you're going down that way, then you're killing that one. You're going over that way and doing this. This one's flinging over this way to then knock you out of the way to get you gone. Then this one should hopefully slide down here and end up on the button, maybe? Maybe? Yes. Okay, so all the cubes are... Well, they're going to slide off the button? No. All the cubes are doing what we kind of want the cubes to be doing, but alternatively, we can just have one of the vehicles drive down there too. So we can just send them from up here and then just have them drive down there and then go through there and then like use that to leave, maybe? Ooh, how are we getting you on there, actually? It's this, yeah. You're driving down this. Okay, that's fine. The problem right now is I don't know if we're going to be able to just send the vehicle like this. It's probably just going to die if we do that. So I don't think we currently have enough time for that. I think, yeah, you're going to be shot by this one too quickly. So what that tells me there is we have to flip these two. So you need to be this one and this one needs to be the other one. Because we need these to do a different order because currently that is not the order we actually needed. So now you will... Ooh. What did I do wrong there? Oh, we flew the wrong direction, didn't we? Yes, we put the cube going into the cube. I switched which portal wrong there. Oops, that's what I meant to do. I meant, yeah, you're still there, you're there, and you're there, and then you are there. There we go. Annoyingly, that doesn't mean because we had to switch all those around, we've now screwed up the angle that we were using for this, which is kind of a problem there.
Malfunctioning.
Ooh, that's still very slow though. Even though we're having that hit that quicker, it's still very slow. But to be fair, this might actually need a different angle anyway because of the speed it's going to be doing the thing. But yeah, we now need to find the angle again that has it hit us. Oh, it's too slow, though. It's still too slow. Ooh, that's like one of the quickest ways I can get over there, though. How do I save you more, then? I guess we have to slow down the vehicle. Yes, okay. I don't like that, though, because we can send the vehicle there and then send the vehicle here to have it then go back down, but that's just looping through the same portal. It's not doing a different portal sequence. We can send it up there. Okay, what if we send you here, and then we send you here to there? Is that going to work in the slightest? Because you're going to come out here. I'm most worried about you landing on the blue.
Critical error.
And it seems like I was worried for a very reasonable situation there. Yes, okay, that makes sense. So no, I can't use that. That's not going to work in the slightest. Okay, we still have to find the angle that makes this actually work. It's just the issue right now that it's not really going to be helpful because it's too slow.
Malfunctioning.
Yep, a little bit over. Let's try it that way. Then we'll move it right if it's wrong. Okay. Come on, hit that, please.
Critical error.
Now, all right. I don't know if that meant it needed further left or it did need right. So I'm going to try right now. If this is like very wrong, then I'll go the other way. Yeah, no, I think it needs to be. So 1, 2, 3 over to the left. Bounce. And hit it exactly. Good. All right, we've hit that exactly. Ooh, the issue about that, we've hit it exactly, but in a way that makes us not end up on the button. We don't end up on the button. What if we did that? Actually, what if we put this here, we put this here, then we put this one here, and then that one there. Now, I need to pay attention to which angle they're coming out of those right now. Which angle are you coming out? No, flip. I should really pay attention to the thing, because I can see from the icons which angle it's going to be, so that's what I wanted, because I want to go down there. I did not want you... How did you end up on there, bud? Further out then. Like, what the hell, bud? What are you doing? You're now hitting that one for whatever reason, but now you're going down there. You have a lot less speed, though. But you are making it to the end, and the thing is open, so that effectively should work, then. So now we just need to build an actual bridge for the first time in this bridge level to then actually get us into the end, which is going to be a bridge kind of like this. So we'll do that. It'll do this. We'll use that to not place that one. We'll do that. This might want to be further over, though, because it's not really a great angle, but it might work. It's worth a single shot. And by single shot, I mean probably several shots, actually, because I doubt I'm only going to try this once. It's stable-ish for now. We'll give that a go. All right, bounce over there.
There you are.
I still love how this entire bridge section of there just collapses after it does its job, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And also, we're taking the cube with us into the end and killing it there. We got one vehicle through! Yay! And also, that's the achievement for doing every single one in the first chapter, which is nice. First chapter down. Of only 3. That's 1/3 of the DLC levels already done with that. But we still need to finish up this to make it work for the convoy, because that worked for one, that's not going to work for multiple. We could very easily tell that. Yeah, you're weak. Okay, we'll fix you then. Now, the issue here is it'd be a lot nicer if we had somewhere else to attach from. We don't. So we don't have anything we can use to lessen the weight. Which makes me wonder if this is doing anything or it's just adding more. It might just be adding more weight. We probably do want to strengthen this one as well, because the edge ones are usually ones that break. So we'll try that again and just see how this sort of goes now. So again, you get knocked over that way, you go down here, we run you over as we flip over a thing and hit the thing. I don't know why we do that, but we do. And then we push the cube in and kill it, and the entire bridge still collapses. Ah, damn. Unfortunate. We might want to like raise these or something. It might be that these are too low. I don't know if that matters too much on like the structure of the bridges. Like, is lower stronger or weaker? Honestly, could be either. And I can't say one way or the other, except for when I just said the words one way or the other. Because I did just say the words one way or the other. I don't know if you're aware that I said the words one way or the other. Because I did just say the words one way or maybe the other.
Critical
Okay. I also haven't really read some of these messages recently of, where did I read? Did I read the effects of Day being mentally broken after pushing his mentals of Day placing portals on every white wall? Or whatever I would, yep. If I didn't, I have now. It messes up Day's Day characters, making them derpy and bald. Impossible. Are you stuck? I was at the time, because I remember looking over there at that thing, because that was while we were building this thing. And 99.4% of day characters are currently not in use. You are not wrong. Most of them are not in use. Most of that is honestly because like there's so many versions of every single individual character. Like we're on like version 25 of the model, so it's like only version 25 is currently in use. Version 24 and 23 and 22 and 21 all the way back are not. Bowser. So long, gay Bowser. Okay. So that is creating like a strengthening point here, but it's kind of useless. You can actually extend that over by 1 to do something like this. How do we make this more of a stable structure is the question there. Do we need this one? Is that adding just additional weight without actually being helpful? I don't know. It could be. Well, send in the vehicles. Let's see what goes wrong. All right, so bounce, send, knock over that one. You go down there. You go this way. All right, now here comes the important part. You land on here, and hopefully, okay, that one's red. Okay, we have to fix that. Okay, this is weak, so we'll fix this one. And we're just gonna keep trying this until eventually it works. We're just gonna fix whatever's wrong with the bridge, then try again, then fix whatever's wrong with the bridge, then try again, and then eventually all of the vehicles will actually make it to the end. So down there, you hit the thing, the cube ends up over here, which is still not super useful because it's kind of just getting in the way, but it's only a problem for the first vehicle. So it's fine after that point. We need to do that one and that one. Ooh, we have to do a lot of these actually. Ooh, that broke first. This broke. I was looking at this as being like the weak thing, because this is the thing that was going red, but then the bottom broke. Huh. We can try doing something like that to change the angle it's going through. Okay, go through there. Okay. So that should hopefully reduce some of the forces with the angle it's going through that. So as long as this doesn't break, we're good. It's 4. That's 5. We're done. Nice. Okay, next. Now I'm assuming it's going to be a cutscene because we're at the first section. Ew. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep, there's a bunch of guys. Uh-huh. All right, what are we doing? Ah! Okay, that guy died. This is fine, I suppose. So I was like, what are we doing? Are we trying to like solve this puzzle so that we're going to be like, they're going to be standing on this one, the next one, they're going to be going up there, and then go around them, and they'll come over here in some way, and then they're going to be like activating something on there, they're going to be using a portal gun, and then eventually they'll make it to there, is my assumption of what's happening here. So it's just, we're watching people trying to solve a puzzle. Thank you for supporting Aperture Science's Fight Against Families with Empty Mailboxes outreach program. I love fighting against families. Oops, so they are doing a little bit more. I was expecting to stop there. Your ability to succeed, eventually and at any cost, is a monument to the indomitableness of the human spirit and the frailty of the human body. Please advance to phase 2 of the initiative. Will to cut down. Accurate, though. Accurate as well. Welcome to level 11. Catch 22. Wait, catch 22 objects? Oh, no! And also, can you make a peace sign with your fingers? I technically can, but only like downwards, because my tracking doesn't track my hands upwards. So this is the peace sign, like, but down. I have to change the angle of my tracking to make it actually do it up. This is the annoyance. So I've got to do that in a menu. So I do sometimes do it on thumbnails though, so because of that. It's just a pain in the ass. Do you make fun of someone that is stuck? No. Do you make fun of someone who is stuck? And Valve, yes, Valve. Valve, very much company that make game. At least one. Yep, at least one. Definitely not 3 though. All right, so we can send you through this way. Where to though? So, yeah, where to? We've currently got this laser here. The laser is being activated by this button. The problem is we go through this way before activating that one. So we kind of have to activate this one first. But how do we activate this one first? Ooh, that's a problem because, but to go fair, we're going this one afterwards. So how do we get there? How do we get to there without that? What's 4 minus 1? Oh, such complex math. Oh, it's oh, what is it? I don't know. As a Valve executive, I have literally no idea. All right, so what can we do though? We're not saying this way, but we're saying this way to send this way like safely. So how do we go through here safely? We've got to go there. Alex? Yes, Alex. There it is. Would you be sad if look for playing a game, but that game is so broken it's unplayable? Have you seen my Saints Row series? Saints Row 2 was barely playable. Saints Row 3 was barely playable. Saints Row 4 was barely playable. Saints Row 22 was barely playable. These games were at a point that they could be considered unplayable, and they got even worse after we finished the series. It's like these games were crashed every 5 minutes for some of them, especially Saints Row 2. It's like, you got in a car, crash. You like exit a building, something, crash. Cutscene, crash. Like, the game crashed every 5 minutes. I would consider that pretty unplayable. You know what we did? We beat the game anyway. And I did it 100%. Because I always do it 100%. Because yeah, nothing can stop me. The game cannot stop me. So, okay, we can send them this way, send them to that. Okay, what is this doing, though? Because we're bouncing to an angle that's not really helpful. Yeah, not really helpful. Maybe this is why it's called like Catch-22, because like, we can activate this one, though. We'll open this one, but then we'll die. Or activate this one, that we should open this one, then we'll die. So no matter where we go, we die. Have you always bottled up your agony and sadness? I don't really experience emotions. Not really. Not really strong emotions one way or another. I'm decent at like trying to fake them for content. But I am always just a neutral plane of nothingness, an emotional void. That's Day, a complete emotional void. Okay, so you go through there. We have options. I don't know what we're doing here, because how do we do this? I feel like we need to send them through this while facing this way, so they go through, hit that, and then drive back through the same portal. That's like the only way I can really logically see that that's doable. Then how do we achieve that? How do we make them go through there backwards, but with not enough speed that they hit the laser? How do I achieve that? Something about here. I didn't hear you. What game chapters is unplayable again? Chapters? What's chapters? I specifically said Saints Row 2 was pretty unplayable. I don't know what the chapters is, but yeah, Saints Row 2 was basically unplayable. But we still beat it anyway because we decided to. And then certain sections of Saints Row 2022 were literally impossible to do in co-op, and we had to do them in single player as well, stuff like that. Yeah, the entire Saints Row series was broken. It's one of the most broken things I've played on the entire channel, which is great. Also, no, there's a more unplayable game actually. I do remember a more unplayable game. Steam Roulette Echo. That one. That was the most unplayable game I played on the channel. That game literally was not playable. The entire video is me trying to get like 5 minutes into the game, and I failed and gave up. So that's the most unplayable game that I've actually had on the channel. So I looked up like guides and stuff online. Ow, I just bit my tongue. But yeah, I looked up guides online as well to see if I could figure out a way to do it, but I just couldn't. My tongue bleeding? I don't think so. That was a pretty bad bite. I just did in the middle of talking there. Ow. So we can try sending it this way. Definitely an option. We need to start trying something, because again, I don't really know a way we're going to be able to do it, but there's clearly got to be something we can do there. You send them through... It's an option. If we build like sort of a structure here, maybe, sending them like down into a portal here, it's definitely an option. I still can't hear you. What game of 2 is unplayable? How can you not hear me? Why are you incapable of hearing me say that? Is this now just a bit again? You're just trolling me again? Because again, I've just been saying the name very plainly and very obviously over and over again. And there's not many games I've played that end with 2. So even if you didn't know, you could still kind of figure it out pretty easily. Alright. Go there. So I want you to go in there and then come out here currently. And I'm hoping I can maybe get this to work. There's music. I don't like this one. Alright, so I don't know if this is currently going to work. You might miss. Yeah, unfortunately you're missing. Okay, we'll have to extend this out then. It's just that annoyingly, it's not going to work for the current position of those, so we'll do... Okay, we might have to do a double here. That's probably going to be required. All right, double here over there. In case it's not a bit, I'll say again, Saints Row 2. Not Saints Row 2022, that's a different game, but Saints Row 2. But also Saints Row 2022 and all the other ones as well. But yes. And then, as I said, after that point, the actual most broken game is Echo. I believe my thing, it had on the thumbnail like Eck no work or something. Yes, that actually worked. The issue is not going to, we can't do the second start of that, but that was what I wanted conceptually. The issue is we have to make it so that you can go in twice. Yeah, they've got to be able to go in twice. This is going to be lower. It's too high right now. Because they've got to be able to go in here, but then come back out onto the same thing again. Which is honestly terrifying to try to come up with that conceptually. Because effectively we're going to have like this one gone, and then we're going to have to drive up here. So we need to literally use the same pathway twice is the only way I can think of to actually have this work. Which is, as again, terrifying that we have to do this conceptually. But okay. But okay. Alright, we'll do that. We'll do that. I still don't get what are you trying to say? What game of 2 is defective? Yep, you're definitely bidding. I'm not going to say it another time because it's very obvious you've heard me the first time. Alright, so now you go this way. Unfortunately, it's not working. Are you low enough? You might need to go one lower. Yeah, I have the problem. Oh, that's a fair point. I didn't even notice on this. It's got kind of got this for where the road should be. Ah, that's actually very helpful. Okay, so you can pay attention to that icon. Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't realize that that was actually showing me. Okay, that makes things way easier then. If I can literally see where it needs to go. Because, yeah, it's like, if it goes there, it's one too high. There is perfect. Okay, noticing that was actually part of the icon. I didn't know there was actually an underline on it that was actually showing me where the road should be. Knowing that from the start would have made things way simpler, but I guess this is fine. So now you're going to go through there. You're going to... Oh, what the hell, buds? Seriously? We didn't change anything. You worked the last attempt. What the hell? Look, go on there. Back up enough to hit the thing. Nah, it must be this angle. It's causing problems. Okay, maybe we don't need it. Let's try not having it. Okay, so go through. Hit there. It's very lucky this can actually survive this happening right now. The biggest issue I have right... And now you're flipping upside down. Come on, buds. Okay, so we do need a thing here. It's just going to be a different sort of angle. Oh, God. All right, we can try moving that more this way. Just try to send you through there with a bit more speed, because apparently you don't have the speed that you had during the previous attempts. But yeah, this will not work for the convoy at all is the biggest problem right now. So you activate that one, which is good. Now you're going to go there. It depends if they send the convoy really slowly. Seriously? Seriously. You can drive from there onto there. Why could you not drive from there onto there? Game. There was no reason why you shouldn't be able to drive onto there. Because again, it's a flat plane onto a flat plane without anything in the way or doing anything. So what the hell, game? What are you playing at? All right, we'll try again. Did you somehow get like your wheel stuck in it when you came back through or something? Maybe you did. It's not possible. It does seem like that kind of starts a little high. Okay, that is what happened. It got stuck. Okay, we'll lower this by 1 then. All right. What game are you playing? It's in the title of the video? What do you mean? What game am I playing? The game that I said I was playing? The game that I'm playing every week at this time? This is a weird question, Brittle. If anyone other than Brittle wants to know the answer, it's Bridge Constructor Portal. Alright, so again, that's not really working, unfortunately. So how do I make this work? Send this back. Can I maybe do this? Maybe that. Something like that might work. Unfortunately, we can't connect that there. We can connect that there, though. Maybe just having that little lip might help. Ooh, that lip is not in a good spot, though. Ah, it's going to kill it. Damn it. Something that wouldn't kill that one. The problem is when it kills something like that, it makes it really hard to build a stable structure around this. Alright. We spun that around in a way that maybe we can stop this from doing that. What tile? The tile says you play Bridge Constructor Portal, but what are you playing? Bridge Constructor Portal. Alright, let's try raising that, because currently we're too close to the thing. We might need to go up a bit higher, so we can use that and then raise the bridge section a little bit more. Yeah, we are gonna have to do that, but it's just we're getting too close to the assets, and we're gonna have to do this sort of thing, maybe. Move you over that way. Let's see if maybe we can do something a little bit better with that. It's still a very annoying angle to try to actually get this to work. And again, this is not gonna work for one vehicle. We have to rethink this entirely for the next vehicle. Oh, you're not even going through. You're supposed to go through the bloody portal. What do you mean you're just not going through the portal? But go through the bloody portal. All right, because again, it might be a little bit because like you're lowering down on that, or you're just going weirdly like angled as you're going through. Apparently, that's what you're doing. You're just not driving on the bridge. That's still in the same spot as the bridge was last time when you were driving fine. Why do they hate me? Bro, you do realize if you keep keeping up these bits where you just say the same thing over again, I'm literally just going to ignore every single one of them. I'm not going to read them out anymore. Saying the same thing over and over again is not a funny bit. It's just repetition. And you know what is the biggest thing that kills a joke? It's repetition. So repetition is kind of like one of the worst ways you can tell a joke. Just to let you know. Okay, so you are getting on here, and hopefully you're not having issues. Nope, the wheel's still under. Ah! How do I get your wheel to not do this? It's so annoying. It shouldn't be happening. But it does. It just happens. So it goes a little higher, so then the back one just goes like that. I'm like, but it literally is breaking physics. Stop breaking physics. All right, we'll try rising that, but then also lowering it. Maybe it'll work in some way. If we have it lower, like more lowered. Like that's probably a bit too much right now. Probably needs to be a bit more than that. still dying because it doesn't have the right angle. We need to change the angle that's coming off onto this now. It's annoying, so we got to do something more like that, maybe. This is annoying. Maybe if they took a mint, their jokes would be fresher. Maybe. Okay, well, we've got the option to try and do something like that. Again, I think this has to be lower. Unfortunately, it's not going to work with that currently being lower, so I think this has to be lower, and then that one also has to be lower. We need a way for you to just be able to get back on the bridge. Just get back on the bridge, man. Just go through the portal and then get back on the bridge. So this should we have to make the... Oh, why aren't you getting through? Why aren't you getting through, though? Let's go one further. It can, but it can't be supported one further. That makes things worse. It's annoying. Why is it not going back? Okay. So yeah, we can't make that go any closer. Is there a different spot that we can do this easier than what we're doing? So we don't have to use the same portal twice. Because again, this is very promising. It won't work for the other one, though. It won't work for the convoy. But it's still promising if we can just get it to work. All I need you to do, bud, is just knock at your wheel literally caught underneath something that should be, like, physically impossible to happen. All you have to do is something that's not... Just don't do something physically impossible, and we're fine. That's it. How hard is it to not do something that's literally physically impossible? Okay, we'll have to lower that then. Annoying. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. We can do it. We can do it. Just go through. Just hit the switch. Now just go back through. And don't get your wheels... What the hell did you do that time, bud? You just broke the bridge. You just decided to break the bridge. Just go through and break the bridge, eh? Come on. Alright. Go through this way. Go back to that way. Hit the switch. This driver hates me. More so than all of the other drivers so far. This specific one just hates me. Just do it. Just simple. It's such a simple thing. Just do the simple thing. Please just do the simple thing, driver. Just go in there. Don't flip yourself. You're apparently flipping yourself. Thanks for flipping yourself. I appreciate that. That's really helpful. I appreciate everything that you've done and all of your services to this country. Now jump in the bloody acid and give me a new guy who's not going to cause this problem. Yeah, there's flipping too much. It's the angle that we're doing this. So we'll try it upping that angle. So we need you to go through more smoothly there. So again, you go onto there. Don't flip upside down, though. And now you just got flung for whatever reason. Why'd you get flung? Okay, maybe further back. The annoyance there is that we're losing a lot of our good connection points there. The whole bridge structure might start getting a bit worse, but it's fine. We just need a single bit to work. Then we can build on the next bit and make things fully work, which is great. All right, right on there. Why are you flipping upside down now? Like, I'm not imagining it was not flipping upside down during like most of the other attempts. So why is this now a problem? Because like, it may have been doing like a backflip or something like that, but it was going on its wheels to go through the back of the portal. Now it's just not. I don't know what's wrong. It was fine. Why is it not fine now? See, when you said like a straight angle, and it was just going on the thing, and it was going fine. All you have to do is go on there fine. That actually seemed like it was going to work. I guess we did have a lip, didn't we? That's probably the problem. I think we lost the lip. I don't know what happened to the lip. At some point, we lost that to something. Okay. It's probably one of the ones that got deleted when we were moving something. Yeah, we had a little lip that was going off the end. Maybe like that or something. I can't really remember. But we did have a tiny little lip that was off the end that was doing something. So I don't know if it was that sort of position or not, though. As long as you make it on there and then go through. You're not going through far enough. And now you killed yourself. Why won't they do it? Well, let's just go through, hit switch, go back through. We can get them to go through, hit switch. They just can't go back through. Gotta be a way we can do this. Just gotta be. There's a situation where we do the opposite. Where we go this way into that and then come back through and then down. Ooh, there is logic. There is logic. Okay, we'll flip this. We'll try that. Because we might have less of the problem we're having if we flip the entire structure. So what we want to be doing then, that, we want to be going straight down into this one from the portal. So we're just going to be going straight down like that, just into there. Then this one's not going to exist. Then this one's going to go straight down into like that one afterwards after you come back through onto a flat ground. So you can't have problems if you're going onto flat ground. Surely there cannot be a problem with just literally flat ground. And don't call me Shirley. Okay. God damn it. I'm annoyed at myself for saying that joke, because I don't like that joke. I find it annoying and repetitive. Okay. Go on there. Go on there. So, are you a stable bridge structure? You look like a vaguely stable bridge structure. Now, let's see if this actually works. So, you're going down there. You're now going to probably kill yourself on that, aren't you? The problem is you're not backwards. You're not backwards and we can't flip this. That's one issue, actually. That's why we had to do it the other way. We had to do it the other way because it was making it go backwards. That's why we didn't do it this way. It's like, yes, of course. Because, yeah, it's going to go through here straight and it's going to just die. Because we need to flip them by sending them through something vertically first. There's the option of this way, then. Yeah, what if we do this? Because then we're actually using this other part. That might be more useful. Okay, Shirley. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. All right, so you land on there. Hopefully it doesn't break. And now you can go this way. Oh, you're still forward, though. Okay. What about if you're this side? Yeah, there we go. Now you're backwards. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, you being that way means the entire bridge is under way more stress when you hit it. Great. Let's try strengthening that bit. All right. Damn it. Yeah, we're gonna have to strengthen like everything here because it's just it cannot support the weight of the thing that's hitting it. It can't support the weight of our sins. It can't support the weight of our sins. But if you want to support the weight of our sins, buy our new sin weight. Available now. Sin weight? What's a sin weight? Please go down the bridge. Thank you. Now, you're still going to come through like with way too much speed, aren't you? Or you're just not going to make it. Oh, I should have seen that coming. All right. Well, we've kind of made it so maybe this will work. So now what we have to do is move the portal to actually, be correct, because currently it's not. Because we need you to do that. And then you need to be the one that's actually down here now. All right. Go again. We can do it. I drank my drink. Good for you for drinking your drink. You can also drink your drink if you want. No. You can drink your drink or drink your drink or drink your drink, or drink your drink. Annoyingly, you're still having the bloody wheel going under the thing. Just why is this a consistent problem on this level? It's such an annoying aspect of this game where the wheel can just go underneath. And I'm like, no. The vehicle doesn't work if the wheel goes underneath. This should very much not be a thing. Oh, you bastard. Just supposed to go through more straight. So we'll try to angle that differently. I still don't think this is going to necessarily work for the convoy, though. This section here is going to have a bunch of vehicles all piled up, and they're all going to die, and the whole bridge is going to collapse. I know it's going to be the case, because it's the case every single time when you deal with these guys. All right. We can try going a little bit further. I don't know if the vehicle can get under. That is the biggest problem. It's always going to be high enough the vehicle can get under. Maybe. I don't know. It shouldn't matter if it's going too slow at that bit, though. Oh, we might have to do some more strengthening up there, though. This needs to be more angled. They're going down too slow. Yeah, it's got to be a much harsher angle. Because, yeah, it's the fact that it's being so slow is causing problems there, because then it's like they're not actually going through. You need them to not be able to, like, slow themselves down by going forward. You just need them to just be like, gravity's just taking me, man. I'm just along for the ride. And that's kind of what you're after there. So, again, he's still slowing down too much. And because this, evens out at the end, then you just die. So, yeah, we're going to need something, like, very stupid. It's going to have to do, like, that or something like that. It's got to be like the most harsh angle we can feasibly sort of do in that area. I'll try that for now, but we can maybe go a little bit harsher if we go like that angle or something. It's just the issue that we still have to level off at the end because we still need them to go through. And the fact that we have to level off, it gives them too much time to slow down. Yeah. So again, we probably need to just do this then. Yeah, I think we have to up the angle from like this to then go harsher from the start. Because we don't want to give them enough time, really, to be able to, like, slowly slow down over the course of it. They just need to just go down, 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 down. Like the prices at our new business on the sin thing I said. The sin weight. Yes, that's what I said. Alright, so that's still not working, though. Okay, we are going to need something even stupider, then. We are going to have to make this literally go at, like, this angle, then. Great! Even more harsh angles. I love even more harsh angles. They're my favorite. Sure, we'll just do here. Why not? Can we go even harsher with this? Sure, why not? Yeah, we'll go all the way up here. Okay, that didn't even work. Alright, now we can go all the way up there. Now it's actually allowed me to do that as a position. And this is going to be weaker, probably, because I don't think we've strengthened the bridge as much. But look, way harsher angle. Surely, now, just go down, please. How are you still slowing yourself down that much on this surface? Just go in. I have decided I still hate this man. All right, we need a harsher angle, and the harsher angle means that we can't though. we can't though. We can't go that harsh. We're reaching limited harshness. Stop making me go harsher. So we're gonna have to go like here, because the problem is like we reach a point where the vehicle's just gonna get caught on this, and it's just gonna die. So it's like there is a limit to how harsh we can make these angles go. So stop asking for even harsher. I can't make them harsher, man. I can't always make them harsher. Right, this is probably about the actual limit of what we can do. Also, it's not even a bridge that's just keep the way. This might be about the limit of what I can literally do from this angle now, aside from like somehow giving them more momentum. Again, go down. How the hell are you not going down, bud? Seriously? How is it that they're slowing down more when I make it a more harsher? And yep, look, see, they're stuck. Huh. Okay, we might have to do something more like this or something down here at the bottom. Okay, come on. On the thing. It's so much more annoying doing it this way. How the hell have you stopped? But how have you stopped, though? How did they physically stop there? It's just... You're on a diagonal step. How did you just stop your momentum instantly? You weren't even on the ground when you started falling, but okay. Then they're going to fall down there, and then they're going to do like a backflip into there, and then die horribly, apparently, because they're way too close to the bottle. Understood. We'll do more like this, but maybe a backflip would actually be useful. That should actually have a thing, shouldn't it? Yeah, we should probably put another one there, because that looks like it needs it. Why is this so hard just to get them to go through this backwards, though? It was seeming so promising when we had them just going through, hitting the thing, and then trying to go back through. But then the game was like, yeah, but going back through, you say. Yeah, the issue is that the bounce is not helping. I can't make you go harsh enough to do this. We can kind of see the shape of the thing actually there. So I understand. It's, oh, the portal's actually helping me because they're actually saying, it's, oh, here's what the vehicle can sort of fit under. I'm like, oh, thanks. That's actually going to help in some ways. Yeah, we need this, but it has to be slightly less harsh, unfortunately, to be able to make that. I'm just going to that there because I noticed another spot I could do that, and why not? Now, the wobbly nature of it is probably making it lose a lot of force as well. Yeah, I want you to go down there, and then go through, then hit that, and then don't do that. I want to just not do that. We finally got it to go in, and it did that. Great, we can try it. Just one of these angles has to be made slightly less harsh to maybe make it now. Come on. Come on. Now just... Okay, how the hell did you get knocked out of it when all I did was change that by 1? Seriously? Alright, let's try that then. Just one thing at a slightly different angle. Now maybe let it actually go all the way through. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. On there. Onto there. Over there. Stop, though. Slow down, though. Don't do that, though. Wireless wire. So, that's just a nothing. A wire without a wire. Okay, that's an empty void. An empty void of just existence. It has slowed down. We finally have achieved what we wanted to, which now means you go through here, you turn off that one. Way too late, really, though. Way too late. And we got one through. We got one through. Now the question is, yeah, they don't give me a massive delay. Ah, great. Of course they don't give me a massive delay for that. We're screwed. Because now, look, all these vehicles are going down the thing all at once. Now, you're going to activate that and then die. Yep, I knew that was going to happen. And you're going to activate that, but not die. So, hey, it works for 2. It doesn't work for 3, but hey, it works for 2. That's progress. We just need to work for 1 more, and then we've actually beat the level. So how the hell do we make that not do that? Because they kind of... It was kind of easier in a way with the convoy, because they kind of like pushed each other down in a way. So we probably just need to change up these angles a little to make it somehow work better. And just hope this entire bridge structure doesn't collapse. But it didn't the last time, so it's probably fine. So again, you go through there. Now just don't get pushed into it. Okay. Now, unfortunately, everyone got caught in the portal at the same time. Everyone got caught in the portal in the same time. God damn it. We did slightly better timing there for that to not happen. How did you both get in the portal at the same moment, you bastards? The Void of Project Melody, the Burning Dark. Understandable. Mm-hmm. Definitely understandable. Okay, well, that's gave way too much momentum. What did I even change? That one, okay. What if we just... swing. Oops, I forgot the fact that we're swinging. We need to do that as well. I'm just thinking, like, is there a way I can use that so that the other one doesn't get in the portal? Because again, the other issue we had with that last one was literally them just both being in the portal at the same time. So I'm like, what if we do something like that and that stops that from happening? As long as they can fit through this gap. They can't. They can't. All right, we'll extend that a little bit more then. But yeah, maybe we can fix that in some way and maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll work. There's a chance. Okay, you flip, you flip. I love how the order that they end up on things is not the order they actually end up going down. Okay. No, if you just hit the thing, we would have been great there. Oh, how dare you? How dare you not hit that? If you just got pushed a little bit further, we would have been done. But yeah, I think we have to get rid of that. It was causing problems. Unfortunate, but we have also brought this back a little, so that might help in some way by itself anyway. Just stop, stop, stop. No. Also, you're upside down for whatever reason. That's also not good, actually. What can I do? It's got to be some sort of change with this. Can you pronounce, like, tlo without separating the letters? Just tlo? Just t-l-o? Like something? Because O is usually said as O, like, quite frequently, so it's not, like, unusual for it to be that way. If one wants to try to avoid saying the word O, they'd be like, tlo. Tlo. Yeah. That doesn't seem that hard, necessarily. Okay. So why are we sending this through at like a slightly angle anyway? Might be better to send that through straight. That might be part of the problem we're actually having because, yeah, we're sending them a little higher for whatever reason there. I didn't notice. So maybe that'll change something about the way they're going to do this bit. You've now been forced all the way up into the ceiling. That's great for you, bud. Now you're going to go through. I said go through. I did say the words go through, not like stop there suddenly and without warning and completely failing everything in their life. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that. And I have now said that, but I didn't say that at the time. Yeah. Alright, you're on there, you're on there. So can you land on there and then just hit that? No, you just, for some reason, you refuse to do this correctly because you're getting caught on the other ones. So you're not going through this at the angles that we actually want you to be going through, which is annoying. So we have to fix up the entire system again. But then the problem is that like sometimes we have them go through way too quickly. And we also don't want that happening either. Okay, so you're going down. You're not really being super impacted by a lot of the other ones, but yeah, again, they're just slowly going off the edge now because we don't have the same like harsh drop thing that we had before that was actually helping us. Alright. Go back through. And yep, immediately hitting it. Every time we get them doing it correctly, it just doesn't work. They just hit the thing. Hit a laser. Alright, go through. Just hit it. Thank you. I don't know why they're still up there, though. Why are you guys still up here? Yes, exactly. But I think we might be good so long as they just don't do that. So long as this guy doesn't drive up there and that one doesn't do exactly that. So if what happened didn't happen, I think would have been great. Yeah. God damn it. We finally got someone actually aggravate the things and just the other guys couldn't get through. They just somehow got stuck up here too easily for whatever reason. I don't know how they're just getting like permanently stuck up there. How did you not hit it this time? Oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard. You need a little bit more speed. We can lower that one by that angle. I don't know. We were so close. That was such a close run. We were almost there. We were almost there. Almost there. All right. Stuck, damn it. No. Don't get stuck. Get unstuck. All right. So again, we had a problem here when we had that there was the issue, but it does kind of seem like it wants to be lower. All right, try that again. Try it. Try it. We can do it. We can do it. Try it. Try it. Maybe we want like this at like a slightly different angle. And Anyway, about the slide from an angle, it doesn't seem like it really wants to be able to do that. So let's just do it like this. So like, if it's not like a smooth transition, it might cause them more problems with being able to actually stay on it. Because that's where a lot of the issues are. They just keep like staying on the thing. So I feel like having like slow, like gradual drops and stuff like that kind of fixes a lot of that problem. You pushed him in! You're literally a murderer! Don't listen today. Get stuck. Always get stuck. No, don't get stuck. Never get stuck. Where is there a benefit of being stuck in like most situations, like ever? Ah, damn it. Okay. So we're currently flipping one of them, which is kind of a problem. We don't want them to be flipping. The action of them flipping is causing us numerous problems, unfortunately. I also love how we're having a guy literally, like, they're landing on top of each other now. But yeah, we can't really do much about the fact they're flipping. Just flip over and don't go on the laser. No! Oh my god, the other guy knocked it and saved his life! Oh, I was gonna write that off, but no! He saved him! He saved his life right as he was getting pushed into the laser! Oh my god, we did it! Oh. I want to see that again, because I was not expecting that to succeed. I was just going to give up that entire run, but the first guy, actually saved them. That is amazing. We actually for once had that, because again, it's like, oh no, you're going to get pushed into this, but then this guy hits that and turns it off, and then he's saved. It's just, oh my god, it's perfect. It's perfect. Oh, I love it. I love that it actually worked out there. Deus almost at the point of needing a new diaper. That implies I'm wearing a diaper. I'm not wearing a diaper. Only you're wearing a diaper, Brodel. You may have mistaken that. All right. All right. 12. Now, the issue is now we are actually over the 3-hour mark. Do I still reckon I can make it through 12, 13, 14, and 15? It's 4 levels. Do I think I can make it through 4 levels to make this actually be like half and half? So we only have to do one more stream in this game. I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. If it takes too long, I might give up partway through, but I'll give it a go for now. Sequence optimization. Click to start. All right, so what is this level? So we're starting there. Oh, God, that's a lot of lasers, man. I guess we're going to get rid of all of those to save ourselves to make it to the ending. Yeah, because we're starting here, then we're just going down through this and there. Because I think I said we're starting here by accident. I pointed the wrong one. But yeah, we're starting here. We're going down through there. Then we're trying to get over to there, but we have to turn off all of those. Yay, and using cubes for all of them, I assume. Great. Great. All right, so this is the fastest one. So we might want to send the fastest one immediately to the very first one. That'd be my assumption. Because that's just going to go, wee, whoop, whoop, open. Good. So we have stopped at 1. This is just going to be all of them. We're just going to have to, now, what's the next cube that we can get here the quickest? What's the next cube we can get here the quickest? Because this kind of seems like in general, it's kind of that is what you'd want for that one, isn't it? I don't know if that's going to get you in there, is it? Oh, it did. Okay, that does do the first 2. So now, number 3 is this one. All right, how are we doing that one? We can maybe use you for that one. I don't really know, though. Then it's going to depend on what happens here. Oop. You need to be one further over. Okay. Whoop. Terribly sorry about that. It's harder to determine whether it is when it's on one of those surfaces. Too slow. Okay, we need that quicker, then. That's way too slow for what we're doing. All right, how do we get there quicker? Quicker. Oh, we can use you, can't we? You might be quicker. Let's try that one. Still a bit slow getting there, though. Going through this is very slow. So again, we can do that one, we can do that one, but then this one's landing there. So in general, doing that, that's going to be too long. Is there a way that we can, like, how close are we on this very first one? Like, the second one is, like, literally, like, pixel perfect to where it is. So the second one, I think, is using the right one. I don't know about the first one. Is there a way we can do the first one slightly slower? Like, what if we use this one for the first one? Little too slow. That is a problem, then. We need to figure out which one we can use to send, like, the quickest, like, sequence. Because, again, that one's, like, not great. To me, that seems more like that, like, sending that thing is going to be, like, the 4th one. So the 4th one's down here. So I'm thinking for you, we send you down this way. And that might be correct for that one. There's going to be activate, activate, activate. Oh, you missed. 1 lower? 2 lower, whatever. I said 1 lower, and I tried to place 1 lower, and then it didn't go 1 lower. There we go. Right, maybe now. There's not really much angles-wise I can do here. Oh, that's just a little shitting there. Like, but the alternative is that we have to build a bridge going all the way around there. I don't see the logic of building a bridge all the way around there. That feels like it would be way too hard, you know? Like, that'd be crazy. Huh. We have a lot of room for that. How do we do that one? Again, without building a bridge all the way over there, that's only going to be supported from literally here, and it's not really going to hold itself up to be able to make it do the action. That's way too far away, and it's going to be way too much weight to be supported like from here. So if that is the solution, no thank you. No thank you. All right, so this is this one, and that's just going to be, I guess, like a launch out over or something like that. But again, it's given us the option of building a bridge, so maybe we are building a bridge over there. Okay, but again, there's also options for like on these ones, stuff like that, to build something, to do something there. I know it's going to help in any way, but I assume we're just probably building something like this. That would be like my random assumption of what would be building there. Is just like a thing to just like make it slide down a bit more. Technically, you could also do something on there to make it do something, maybe. Don't really know though. It depends on which one we're using to send through there. Which currently, none. None is the thing we're using to send through there. Where's our next cube? It's that one. What's that one doing? Oh, that one's not too slow, actually. It's just going straight in there. That one's promising. Still too slow. Still a little bit too slow. The problem is it's like the wall, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't see a way we can get that through there quicker. Thinking, what's a faster one? The other one seems like about the best right now. Like this one, like kind of like one of the second fastest ones because it is hitting the second one. So like, could we use that one for the first one? There's got to be a way we can do this a bit quicker. Maybe we do need something like above to like knock it in, so it's not just like doing the motion like that it is currently doing. It needs to like come through and then like hit something like this. Okay, that's just doing a lot of weirdness. Nah, that fell entirely. I should have assumed it would because it needs like this and like probably that to keep it up for at least a little bit. It dodged it entirely. So that's not working then. Not a lot of room for that one if I'm using that. Again, this is currently doing nothing, so it's currently pointless. What's another one we can do faster then? Like, you seem like you're falling pretty slowly. Yeah, that one has to be one of the last ones, I think. Because looking at the timing, it's like... Yeah, that's going to be either number, like, this one or that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's either 5 or 6 is what this one is. So that one's not relevant yet. It's more towards the end. The question is just, how do we do it? And what about this one as well? Like, because that's for you. It says for 5. We're going to send something over like that. And I guess we can give it a go with this one and sort of see what sort of timing we get out of it. Again, I think it is going to require a bridge though. I think it's just going to work as is like that. Yeah, as I figured. It's also part of the problem might be the fact that it's so incredibly like vertical into like a horizontal thing that might be making things like significantly worse as well. So again, it's all about the order of operations. Which one goes into which one to do what thing. And if you can figure out that, then you can very easily solve this bridge. If you can't figure out that, then you very easily cannot solve this. All right, so you go on there. We'll keep that slight down part because I want to do that onto you, and we'll do that over there. And then because we've done that, we can now connect you onto you onto you. We'll turn all of this into a bridge section. We cannot currently connect it there, unfortunately, so we are going to do this. We'll have to do the same sort of thing over on that side to sort of keep it symmetrical. That should keep that alive. Now we'll see if this works. Okay. Yes, you are capable of making it there. Unfortunately, you do like hit it and then not hit it for a second there, which is not the most ideal. There might be a way we can fix that though. If we just do something like this or something and then just like turn that into a wall. I don't know why it's like literally like driving itself. Like, what are you talking about thing? I'll attach you like that as well then. Just make sure that it can't slide any further than where it needs to, because that way it won't like activate and then deactivate it. It'll just activate and it'll stay on, which is pretty important there. So that's probably about right for either this one or the other one. I don't know if that's for like, if this is for that one or if it's like the next slowest cube. Which one is the next slowest cube is the question. It's also still not using this cube. We do still need this cube. It's one of the quicker ones. Okay, maybe it is this one. Again, but it wasn't working is the problem. It's like it's decently close. It's just the fact that like the fact they've got this here means we have to build something in here that lets it get there quicker. That's like sort of the entire intention there. It's got to be able to make it there quicker using like a more direct route to the thing, which is what I assume this is like for. So maybe it's something like that. I think that did get it there quicker. Let's see if it's quick enough. Yes, it is. Okay, we have solved the first 3. We now have to solve 4. And 4 is still this one. I don't know how to get to this one. I still know how to get to that one. How do we get to that one? How do we get to that one? How do we get to that one? Okay, it could be an angle problem. It could be that this one's supposed to be here. Maybe it's higher. That gen could be it. It could be that it requires that one in particular. Yep, there we go. Okay, so it does require that one. So then the only other one we're not using is this one. So we're going to have to send this one to the final thing that we haven't done yet. Which is, which one? This one. Okay, so we're sending it into... How? There. Okay, I was like, well, where's the portal? Oh, it's just there. That was not actually that complicated of a portal position. I just did not see the white up there when I looked in the room. I was like, oh, okay. There we go, that's fine then. So we'll do that. Then we'll try to support this via, like, U and hope that's good enough. All right, let's see if this works. It might. So you off, you off, you off, you off, you not off. Now you off. Ooh, that one's way too slow. That one is way, way too slow. Okay. So if that's too slow, we might have to flip which one we're doing. So it might be green goes over there, pink goes over there. That might be the problem. And again, that's the purple one, isn't it? I always call it pink because it looks pink on my monitors, but if I turn the colors on my monitors off, it looks purple. But again, I always call that one pink. I don't know why. It's just how it is. You bastard! You flipped at the end there and you killed the cube. The vehicle. Sorry for calling you a cube vehicle. I didn't mean to call you and all of your passengers cubes. That was inappropriate and rude of me to do something like that. Okay, so we do this. Can we attach you to there? We can. Okay, so that should be a decently stable structure that will hopefully keep it there now so that it doesn't turn it back on and then kill the thing. So off, 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 off. There we go. Okay, we have successfully made it so that the thing can make it all the way to the end. So now what we do is we... Oops. Give me my white portal, please. We put the white portal on there. Then we put the white portal on here. And now we just need to make a bridge that goes into the end. And that should be puzzle solved. And also, I think this one will just be fine for the convoy. I don't think there should be any issue with that. Because it's the first vehicle is going to be the hardest one here anyway. So it's like, yeah, the convoy shouldn't actually make a difference. We'll just do something like that. Unfortunately, it's not lining up well. Unfortunate. So we do that into that then, I guess. Okay, so then you do you. That goes to there. That goes to there. That goes to there. And that one, unfortunately, cannot go to that one. All right, we'll have to make that go to there then. Are you stable? Yep, 100%. Totally. In all possible worlds. Yep. I saw stability. I saw justice. I saw success. All right, so we're definitely going to increase the strength of this one. Would you ever punch your monitor? No. I'm not an idiot. Some people punch their monitor in rage. Again, I don't really experience high levels of emotion, so I don't really experience much rage. And I'm also not stupid to break my own stuff. Because why in anger would I break my stuff? Like, the thing that's making me angry is not the monitor. The thing that would be making me angry is, like, a developer or something like that. I have to go punch the developer of the game that made me angry. Not the monitor in front of me that I own. It's my thing. That's just going to make me more pissed off. Like, I don't see the logic in ever punching your own stuff when you get angry. Because, like, yes, it's mine. It's not going to make me happier. It's just going to make my stuff ruined, which is going to be worse. It just makes the problem worse. So no, I've never hurt any of my own objects in a fit of rage. But again, I don't really rage much. It's not really something I do. I get annoyed at certain games and stuff like that, but I'm not actively like, angry, grrr, smash things. I'm like, I just get annoyed because I'm like, that should have worked. Why didn't it work? That's the like level of anger that I usually get to. It's like, thing that should have worked didn't work. Oh man, try again. I guess I also have like a decent amount of resilience, so I do try these like stupid challenges like over and over and over and over again. I don't have to be trying to beat this level like all these like this entire game 100%. I decided that myself, which is why it's like, yeah, I can't really get too angry about that. It's like, yeah, it was my decision. I'm doing this and I'm going to complete it regardless. So yeah. But anyway, we completed the level while I was talking about that because it works. As I said, like the convoy was not a problem. It's just the convoy could just do it. The second the first one could do it, the convoy could 100% do it. 13. Backwards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Backwards, you say? Uh-oh. Also, we've not really been paying attention to trying to get the use 100% of the portals thing. I don't know which level's the most ideal one. I might be able to like look up a guide at some point. I'll probably do that off stream. I'll figure out like what level people recommend doing that on. If it's a level that we're doing in that stream, we'll do on that one. And if it's not, then I'll just like go back to that level during it to do it. Just like, as I said, I got the other two achievements on level 24 and I don't think I did that on stream. I just did off stream because I was just like, these are two very annoying achievements that take like an hour or something like that just to wait for it to slowly do 5,000 portal transitions. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that off stream. So we're sending it through there and then bouncing, I assume, is what's immediately probably happening right now. But it probably needs like a bridge or something, right? Okay, it will bounce without something, but it probably does need the bridge for actually decent bouncing, because it's not currently decently bouncing. So we will want to build a bridge structure, probably something like this, then send it up, then maybe just look at double. That might honestly be enough. That's going to be decently stable. So we bounce. Nope. Higher. Needs to be higher. That was not a good angle. The highest we can reasonably make it is there, so we'll try the highest, and hopefully that's good enough to give it an angle to bounce up to this so it can go into a portal. Still no! Ooh, that's awful. Awful, awful, awful. Alright, we'll try doing a double angled one then, instead of like a straight thing. Let's see if we can do something with that. Yes, okay, good. We've managed to get them actually hitting a portal spot. Good. Please do hit a portal spot. That will save me a lot of effort. Alright, then probably just down here. That'd be my random assumption right now. So we're probably going down there first because there's a thing there. I mean, that is like the ending though. It's not like the beginning. That might not be there first. It could be there second or something, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. I clicked on OBS for a second there. I need to be very careful when I like click off the monitor because like the stop streaming button is here. Like, literally from where you can see my mouse right now, right above me, there. The stop streaming button is literally like there. Like I'm highlighting it the second I go off screen. It's just a bit risky. Good thing that there is a confirmation measure that's set up, so it does ask me if I want to stop and stuff like that usually. Oh, and actually, that might only be for starting, not stopping. I should probably set it up for stopping. That's why I just immediately like there. I was like, oh, actually, no, I think that's for start. I think I don't usually stop accidentally. I can't remember. I'll need to verify that. All right, let's try this again. So you are going, enter the ring, into the rim, out there, up there, and then onto there, and then we just kind of make you just go down. That seems really easy. That does seem really easy. Like, as long as we can just get them to go down the thing now, it's like, that's it? That really just it? Huh. Okay. The game is nice? The game is not being cruel? What? That's suspicious. It's like, what do you mean the game's not trying to screw me over at every moment? That's not like this game. Alright, I'll have to replace those because they're just being annoying right now. So we'll do that. And then we'll connect you, I guess, onto there. It's not going to make it there, though. All right, we'll do that there, then. So we'll just do that. Then, yeah, into that sort of thing. We'll connect you over to there, doing that. Unfortunately, this is not going to currently make it, and we can't make that higher. Oh, we can by one. Oh, two. We can make that higher. Okay. I was under the assumption I could not make that higher. Actually, yes. I can just make it higher. Then we just strengthen that via this, and then we still need a triangle attached to this bit in some way, because currently this is too open for what it's doing, so I will place those manually so it doesn't place too many. And we'll just go there, to there, to there. Now, that should be stable enough. Yeah, looks it. Oh, yeah, there's a cube. I forgot there's a cube. Okay. There is more. There is more to this puzzle. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We can't put a thing on there, can we? Ooh. Wait, though. No, that's fine. That's fine. You don't do that there. You do that here, and then you put this there, and then you put that there. Right. Because then it goes vroom, vroom, vroom. Okay, not enough. But we have enough room maybe to do it again. Is that... I need to place it on the second one. It's annoying how you need to place it on the second one for it to be able to tell you if it's actually a legit position. It is. Okay, good. So that is a legitimate position that is doable. So we just send you through the green there and then the red. So we just move green to below that one and then red over here, right? And I'm assuming that might work because it's just more momentum, more momentum, more momentum. Not enough. Still not enough. Do we need to send you off something diagonally? Like, I was hoping that would work there, but like, do we just need to send you off diagonally somewhere? We might need a diagonal thing. We might need, like, in the middle of that sequence, knock it off something diagonally somewhere else on the level. Might be fine, because again, yeah, we don't have that thing there. And wow, just wow, the most useless solution that Day ever has made. I mean, what do you mean? It's a great solution. It's speeding up the thing to then make it go over the thing. It's just the issue that we need to be slightly higher. Or get a little bit more speed. Like, a little bit more speed might be able to do it. But, yeah, we don't currently have access to that. Also, I'm off at a slightly wonky angle out of the portal. Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, it worked. It wasn't straight. I just noticed it wasn't straight. So, the most useless solution Day has ever made. Hey, it seems you are once again full of lies. It was a perfectly working solution that just required a single portal to move a single pixel. Ha! All right, we can actually strengthen this by putting something down at the bottom. Because, yeah, we just need this to be supported probably from the ground, because it's being destroyed too much when the thing's landing on it, which is not great. But for the most part, it shouldn't be too big of an issue if you just like do something like this, then touch that into there, and then touch you down to there. That should be a lot more stable. Because now it's going to be supported by that. It'd be better if we had it going against the wall, though. It really would be. I mean, we can just do that, though. Nothing's really stopping us from just like, doing this, and then just having that actually attached to the wall. Just do that. Over to there, and that over to there. It can't get higher. Have you ever heard of the concept of a ceiling? You mean the cube that did get higher and did go into the thing? You mean that cube? The cube that already did the thing? So it did get higher? Alright. There we go. Now, convoy should probably be fine on this level. I don't really see too much issue with the convoy. It's just going to be if the bridge structure can survive it, honestly. Because everything will be activated and be fine. And now it's just a matter of will they all make it? Although, unfortunately, ooh, yes, we do have the problem here, actually, don't we? How the hell is that guy driving upside down? How did he drive upside down? But no, we do have a slight issue here, apparently. It's this was bouncing too much. But how did he drive on the ceiling? But I have to make this stable. That's what I need to do now, because it's the wobble of it is creating inconsistency. It was this one, but how? All right, we have to stabilize this then. He was using adhesion gel. Oh, I guess he was. He's not going to be more stable. Maybe a little. Tiny bit, maybe. How do we do this then? How do we make this really stable? Just like put things all over the place. Just tons. Stable. Be stable. You might be a little bit more stable. How did this guy end up here? How did that guy end up over there? Huh? What the hell happened there? That's fine. That was weird. Yeah, that's very strange. We need to like lower this by one or something now, because it's like changed the angle it's hitting the thing. Bugs, glitches, yes, they're everywhere. Even in VR chat, even in one of Project Melody's stream, bugs are simply everywhere. Of course they are. Yeah, just lower that a little makes it a lot easier for them to make it through. So I don't think they'll have much of a problem now. Just as long as that guy makes it through. There we go. I think everything past that point is fine. As long as this doesn't break, which it might, but it did. We'll still be fine. It wasn't a necessary part. It was just an existing part. Another level down. Excellent. Next, please. 14. The second last level we'll be attempting in this stream. Turret alarm. Huh. Okay. So here. Ooh. Oh my god, the tree door is back. Indeed. Yes. What can I do about it? Can I just instantly send you through here? Assume so. So why don't we just... Oh, I clicked off the monitor again. Again, be very careful and click off the monitor, because again, the stop stream button is right there. So my plan here is if we do this and then do this. We might better air over this would be my thoughts. Oh, I didn't put the next one down. So look, it goes through there, and now it kills the turret from behind. And then we use that to speed over it. Yeah, that's exactly why it's there. It's literally so we can do that. Nice. We do this, and just place this somewhere, because it's annoying. You have to place down both before we can, like, effectively do things. So it's very annoying, because then it'll just delete the first one if you don't place it on the second one. Okay, so we solved this first part. Now, the question is, what are we doing after this point? Not the bugs that Edel hits, I mean the bugs you get when game code goes horribly wrong. I'm aware of the concept of bugs. Okay, so what are we doing? There's a lot of turrets, like, in a lot of places right now. We probably want to send through here. That seems relevant. So you are going to go through there, over there, kill this one, go through there, then come out this way. Currently die in acid. But I can solve that. I saved him right before he died. Sure, I was also the person that put him in danger to begin with, but that's not my problem. That's their problem. Shouldn't have listened today. All right. So that should be fine to go into there, I presume. So then that's going to also hit that button, which is going to do something over here. I guess that's activating one of the things that we need at the end. So there we go. We've activated one of those. We know that we've done one of those. That's good. Now we have to do the rest of them. Fortunately, we have to do this one, which kind of scares me a little. Especially things like we have to launch ourselves to do that. So we have to get here first. We're going to have to knock you, maybe? Yeah. I think we have to... I clicked off the game window again. At some point, I am going to click off the game window and then actually stop streaming or something. That's going to be hilarious. All right, so do that. Just funny, I didn't even know that was a thing that I could potentially do until like just then. I'm like, oh, that's still going to happen at some point. Yeah, we can easily kill that, which is fine. Oh, it's going back the same route. We probably want to use that then. Because we can use that to do something. So let's put that there somewhere. Okay, what can we do with that then? We could do that, couldn't we? We can send it here. So now it goes down there, it goes out through there, it goes here, it kills them, then it bounces up through here, it comes out through there at a straight angle, then it's going to kill this guy at the end, then it's going to bounce up there and go into the thing to activate the other one. So that seems pretty much perfect. Unfortunately, we're still going to have to get the vehicle down here, which I guess is just going to mean it has to use this one now. Yeah, so the vehicle's going to have to use that one to get down there at the end, and we're just going to build like a ramp up. It's fine. Ooh, the problem is that the ramp up's going to have a gap for the thing to go through. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Exactly, because there will actually be a bridge. So how do we get the vehicle over here? It's probably there, I would assume. So I presume we're doing this there and then this here. And then we're probably building some sort of structure here to make this kind of go like more like a flat sort of angle down instead of going crashed into wall. And that seems reasonable enough to me. So we do that, we do that, we do that, we do that. Then we can just combine this together with something like this to do that, to do that. So that's a stable structure that's on the ground, so then it won't have too much need of support. So drive that way, please. And luckily, we have enough time to get rid of like a lot of these towers way before any of the vehicles get there. Which is very nice, because they're very slow at the beginning part. Now you bounce off there, you're going to go through here. Ooh, you're not going to land on there. Ooh. I assumed that with the way that this was lined up, that going onto there was just going to bounce me straight into there. But no, it bounced me way past there. That's not very useful. I suppose we can have ourselves go backwards onto it, though. If we land on this instead of going down, it's an option. As always, things don't line up perfectly, so we'll do to there. So we just do like a bridge here, just to keep them, hopefully, like, they might go all the way over is my biggest issue there, but maybe they'll momentum the way back down if the bridge is here, and then they'll hit off that and then bounce forward. Maybe, I don't know. I hope that can maybe work. It does be nice if we could somehow, like, use this to do something over on the other side to kill them with it, but I don't think that's going to really work. So bounce on there. You're going to miss that, unfortunately. You might even destroy this bridge right now, because, yeah, you're going to hit that hard. And yes, you would keep driving, unfortunately. But, I mean, it's fine, actually. That's not actually a problem. We can still kill them. We still do that, and we still end up there, so we can still actually send ourselves. That's actually not a problem, because we just do that and then this. Okay, that's actually not that bad, but we still need to make this bridge capable of supporting the amount of weight that was there, unfortunately, because, like, yeah, that's killed the bridge. We don't want to kill the bridge. Okay, I can't attach to there, can I? No, not right now. I can do, like, this, though. Ooh. Just can make there, they can do that. Alright. I also didn't read the thing of epic rap battles of history! Mike Tyson versus... Waiting. Wait, there's not usually this much of a pause in the, the opening of everywhere. Okay, that explains. Evander Holyfield's here! But yeah, it's not usually that much of a gap in the opening of one of those. Alright, we can maybe also do this here to do something like that. Just try to like support it via this. And then we should probably also strengthen these connections. That would be good. But yeah, still I think my favorite epic rap battles history might still be Stephen Hawking versus Albert Einstein. That one's just such a fun one. When I apply my battle theory, minds are relatively blown, so take a seat, Steve. Oh, I see you brought your own. What's with your voice? I can't fucking tell. You sound like Wall-E having sex with a speak and spell. I'll school you anywhere, MIT to Oxford. All your fans will be like, that was awkward. I was done with 2 rappers, you better be scared, because that means Albert E equals MC squared. I have most of that memorized, but it seems like we are making it there. That's good. All right. So now we just have to make the bridge here that will work. Make the bridge that work. So we need it to get there, but also has to have a gap. The gap's got to be like this or something like that. So it's got to do that somehow. Very interesting synthwave music it's playing right now on my playlist. I don't think I usually put too much synthwaves into when we listen. It's mostly electronic music, but I put some synthwaves this time because I felt like it. There's one thing I like about, like, I manually have a bunch of playlists of all the different genres is before every stream, I just randomly pick which ones I want to use for that stream. It's not like a big playlist of just everything. It's like, no, I pick what thing is the vibe for that stream. That's why for this one, it's all electronic music and industrial music and synth is what I've decided to put in now, which is fun. There's no real point in connecting that to there, is there? Yeah, you're a little weak. We can probably try to strengthen that. We do have a connection up here. It's a bit far, though. But we can maybe use that to, like, try to support some of the weight up there. Yeah, but we definitely also want to be strengthening this connection point. Because it's holding up a lot of the bridge over here, which is not the best when it's not strong enough. Yeah. Can the next one be cheesecake themed? How does one do that? How do cheesecake themed? Oop. Okay, come on. Alright, so this might hopefully work. Assuming this full thing does not like collapse. Ah, damn it. Okay, we have that one too high. Too low. I mean, it needs to be there. Alright, that should be fine now. Alright, now we probably shouldn't have too many issues now. I'm still just, I would say in my head right now, it's still just doing the entire rap from the Einstein versus Stephen Hawking. The whole thing is just playing in my head right now, over and over again. Which is fine. It's fine. So one of my favorite parts is always like that. There are 10 million particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama took the ugly ones and put them in the one, nerd. You're gonna bring the heat with the mushroom cloud you're making. I'm about to bake wraps from scratch like Carl Sagan. And while it's true that my work is based on you, I'm a supercomputer. You're like a TI-82. Ooh. I love that bit. Ooh, they're hitting each other here. I was not expecting them to be hitting each other at this bit. Because again, this seems like the only way you can really do this, but they're having them all hit each other? Like, really? That's gonna screw up everything. Oh, I thought they would all, like, miss each other, because I assumed that because I can't really do bridge things that, yeah, they're all stuck there. Really, game? I don't have bridges there. I only have portals. What do you want me to do there? I can't make them not hit each other. Like, what are you talking about, game? It's like, seriously? Like, what the hell? Again, like, they're obviously gonna hit each other there. And there's literally nothing I can do about that. And then they're gonna come through here backwards in a weird way, and then that's not a solvable thing. I can't make that work. What the hell? By the people slaps of the people slaps via banana, for the people eagle. Yes, the funny thing is I've only seen those ones very recently when I watched a YouTuber reacting to them. Yes, I do remember that. That was definitely a thing that existed in those ones. Another one I liked is Moses versus Santa Claus. That's a really fun one. It's one of the ones I've always got downloaded. So is there anything we can do to strengthen them? Probably not. It seems like it's mostly fine. It's just, how do we fix this now? How do I make them not hit each other? Just don't hit each other. How hard is it to not hit each other? What if we, like, up that? Because one of the things I can really think is, like, we change something about, like, the angle, like, slightly. To up that. Maybe it'll make them, like, take a slightly different amount of time to get over this. And maybe then they won't hit each other. Nah, that didn't work. Yeah, I just made things even worse, I think. What can I do, though? I don't think these are flippable either. So we can't flip a single one of these because they're, like, you know, they're vertical portals, and vertical portals can't be flipped. Huh. What can I do to make you guys not do this crap?
Critical error.
So it's like half of them come through one way, half of them come through the other way. I can't fix that by, like, flipping any sort of portal or doing anything with that. Like, it's just, what game? Why did you time them so that for the obvious opening part thing that you have to do, that they hit each other? That's just gonna make things look stupidly hard to deal with. Like, what the hell, game? But yeah, I noticed that one was gonna break, so I was like, I should definitely support that. What can we do that fix that?
Critical error.
Actually, I do have an idea. What if this was there instead? Like, why are we even making them drive into the thing? Can't we just have them go straight down? Because then they just go straight in, then come out, and then go this way. And maybe that's correctly timed. They do seem to be avoiding each other now. Okay, I think that's what we were missing, actually. It was just a slight error with the beginning part. Yes, so we don't actually need to use that sideways one. I saw the diagonal and I thought it was necessary, but no, it was not. Okay. It wasn't a giant big deal. It was going to destroy everything. It was just a very slight portal shifting from one thing over to the next thing. And now 3, 4, and puzzle solved. Good. All right. I'm glad that was not like we have to redo everything. Just that. Thou ancient. Next level. 15! The halfway point of this DLC. I don't know how long the next stream's going to be if I do another 15 of these and they're going to be harder. 15? That might be a bit what we might be in for an incredibly long, extra like long one for the final stream of Bridge Constructor next time. But symmetric freedom, apparently. So to build something completely symmetrical. Cool. So we're starting there. We're ending there. That's not symmetrical. That's not even close. Look, these some things are symmetrical. This is not symmetrical with it at all. This is not symmetrical with that at all. This is like the only symmetrical bit on the entire level. It's only this middle bit. You lying bastards. How dare you not do it properly symmetrical? Okay, so what are we actually trying to achieve here? We need to activate this thing. To do that, we need to turn off that. So do we need to get there first? We also have to get rid of those, I guess. What's something that? You? Yes, you. So we have to hit this, then that, then that? No, that one first. That one, no, that's going to be hit by this, actually. No, that's fine. We don't have to care about that one. The vehicles are going to be hitting, as I said, that's... The ones that first hit, that's the sending it. This one, then that one, then leave. That's what we're doing with the vehicle. Okay, and we shouldn't have to worry too much about the cube, really, there. So what are we doing? I'm sure if we're sending them, they're just going to end up in acid, right? Yeah. So we need to send them straight forward into the wall. So we can use a portal. So we want to do that into that. Okay. The unfortunate thing right now is... Which isn't really what we want to do there. What is the most embarrassing moment you had on stream? Oh, I don't feel like I've really had many embarrassing moments on stream, if I'm being honest. Okay, so we can try to hold it up using that. Yeah, we need triangles there. I'm not sure if that's going to necessarily help much for doing it that way, though. We can try that. Yeah, I don't really know of any necessarily embarrassing moments that have happened over the stream. Most of my streams are pretty similar. Okay. You do that, you do that. Okay, that's kind of supporting it. Alright, let me go to there. Now, I guess I should also read the other one that I noticed of. Why are my trees missing to VR Banana? I wonder why. Could it be something again, back to relevant to eating trees again, as always? Nah, it couldn't be another joke about eating trees. Of course not. Go there. Go on there, go on there, go on there, go on there. The other reason why I don't stream is because I stutter a lot and I'm scared I'll fart on stream by accident. Ah, yeah, that does sound like a slight problem then. I'd say a very good way to avoid that sort of issue is just get yourself like a microphone that can only pick up like right in front of you, and then it won't pick up any farts whatsoever. See, it's genius. It's genius. You just need to, it can only hear you like there. It's not like this microphone. This microphone's very good at like that sort of thing, because like, if I'm even slightly like away from the microphone, you can barely even hear my voice. Cause I've literally got it like, it has to be like millimeters from my mouth at all times to actually be decently audible. Which is why a lot of time my hand's not necessarily tracking, but like this hand is almost permanently holding this mic. It's like sometimes you can see it like tracking when I'm doing stuff like that. It's like that hand is like, if I'm not actually using the keyboard, I'm almost always holding my mic so I can move it when I like slightly shift, because I'm always have to keep it like directly facing me, and it's kind of annoying. What is the stream title name of the stream where you fooled Night? About what in particular? I've fooled Night several times about random things. Obviously on stream though. So is this holding decently? Ooh, no. Oh, what's going on with you? You are not connected. That's a problem. It is not holding up well enough. Thinking about doing that will help. Kinda. So this is an annoying spot to try to keep this up. Oh, there's one down there. I didn't even notice there's one down there. That makes things way easier, actually. Because I just by supporting it like there, it's like, yeah, see, now it's like way better. It's like, yep, thank you. Thank you for noticing that, brain. All right. About your name, Deus? Which situation are we referring to there? So I tried to trick Chris at one point with in Kurtzspell about like when I was like originally doing like the name about picking like I have Deus. That was not streamed though. That was before I was streaming. So that would not be present in a stream because we've never once played Kurtzspell on stream. That's because Kurtzspell got bad like before we started streaming, so we just literally stopped playing the game. Okay, so you're going to go onto there. Oh, we still have to build... Yeah, that's the same problem now, is that we built all of this structure to keep this up, and I'm like, oh, we have to drive over this, don't we? Uh-oh. We're going to have to drive over that, but I don't like driving over that. I don't like that at all. Ooh, how do we not drive over that? Drive up into that? See, if we drive over this way, it defeats the whole point of the thing. Like Jerry does, it defeats the entire point of that. P-Pro Alice 2. Oh yeah, the tree steal has been in Sweden recently. That bastard. How dare they steal so many trees? Let's see if this at least works for like what we're currently doing. Yeah, I should have realized that's going to do that. Yeah, we should probably make that a better sort of angle then. Can I move that over? I can a little. Then we can try to do like that. Because if we have a little bit more... Oh, that shouldn't be that high, though. There's no reason for it to be that high. Yeah, if we add a little bit more of that sort of thing there, then we'll have a smoother transition onto it, which will be a lot less forces. Why are you skidding there? Didn't you go through this portal, like, decently straight? Why'd you skid? Why are you skidding? That's very weird. What if we have you, like, lower it into that? You're probably just going to hit the wall now. Yeah, you're just going to hit the wall. So no, that's not a solution. It has to be where it is. Now we can't do that. Thanks. I love that you can do that if you place, like, the portal second, though. So it's like, the advantage of being able to place the portals ourselves, we can do things behind portals and then place the portal. Yeah, it seems like it might be fine, though. Like, I don't think there's much I can necessarily do about that. So now the question is, do we drive up there or do we just try to drive over there? In which case, again, I feel like the cube's just kind of redundant because we're just going to hit this with the thing. Oh, it might be a hold off, actually. No, it's a red button. It's not a blue button. Okay, no, it's fine. That's normal. So we do drive that way then. Okay. The problem here is how do we fix this? Because this is... The problem is the way we've strengthened this has these things not in a spot that makes it easy to build a bridge actually driving over this. Because I guess we can vaguely do that. I mean, that's not too bad, actually. But again, these weren't designed to be a bridge, is the biggest problem there. They're designed to be supports for a different bridge. But now the supports are their own bridge. This is fine. Actually, that worked. That entirely worked. I will take that. So now we just go down to here. We go to U. We do that. Then we attach into this one. That'll be fine. Then we just go U to U to U. Right there. I don't think there's an easy way we can attach to that, unfortunately. I would love to use another connection point down there, but it's probably unnecessary. So now we're there. From here, we can... what are we doing? What are we doing? Because we could either drive up there and then go through. That's probably the better way to do it, I assume. Yeah, you probably want to drive up that. Because I'm like, we can put a portal here, then portal there, but I'm like, is that useful? Actually, no. I can think of a better way to do that. We can just do this. And that still leaves this wall open to be able to actually be in the next portal. There we go. Because we want that to go through there, and then... how do we get there? How do we get... Oh, that. There we go. It's the same sort of thing. We just drop down. There we go. All right. So we can easily drop them there, and then we can use that to leave. But to where? Let's at least see if it works. We need to see if it works first. That's pretty important, because, yeah, we're going to have to maybe drive into this over here, and I don't like that. That seems horrible. So you're on there. You get down here. You hopefully... I would prefer if you didn't land in such a horrible sort of way there. Is there any way I can fix that, like using something like this to like give it a weird angle so that it's not doing the thing horribly? The issue is that's going to be so hard to support. Like, it really is. Unless we do that, that might not make it too bad actually, because then it's being supported on the ground. Ooh, it's collapsing that way. I should have assumed it would be. We just need to attach this down here and then do another one of those. Oh, this also needs one going across there. Yeah, we might be able to actually make something decently stable there to keep the vehicle from ending up weirdly, because, again, it's fine for one vehicle if it's doing a weird flip over and stuff like that. It's very bad for a convoy, because they're just going to hit each other. So we want to do that, and there we go. That solved that problem entirely. Ooh, you were ending up, like, weirdly upside down there. That's not really what I wanted. We can flip the portal, maybe. Let's see if that goes better. Because, yeah, I kind of want to go this way, not the other way, even though it's like... Nah, I think I do want to go this way. Come on. Edel yelling, Dave, why is there a hole in my home? You mean the entrance? That's the entrance, because it's a cave. So that's the entrance. But also, why is me saying this to me? Me should be aware of the hole. We made the hole. Exactly. So yeah, but me should definitely be aware of the fact that we made a hole to the entrance to our cave lair. So of course, the hole is the entrance to the cave, because it's a cave. It's a cave. Yeah, it's a cave thing. I mean, we can at least try to build the thing over here. For now, because again, we're gonna have to. We just know that. Do we want to be this low is the problem? Or do we want to be going like diagonally up? Because all we have to do is reach a portal surface. That's like the biggest priority right now. It's like, if we reach a portal surface, we can send them wherever we want to. It's just the fact that we need to actually do that. So if we're not reaching a portal surface, it's kind of not achieving much for us right now. All right, so you go down there. That's going to create this lovely sort of triangle shape. If we do get that right, there we go. That's not going to be strong enough. That's going to die. Ooh, I was pleasantly surprised. That genuinely was strong enough to hold up the bridge without it falling into the acid. Okay, and now we can even strengthen that even further. So maybe it'll be strong enough to hold it up with a vehicle on it, which would be even better. Almost, one would almost say like necessary, actually, like completely necessary. All right, let's try this again. We might actually have to put a portal down for now, though. Because yeah, put that portal there and then put this one like here. Because we know what we're doing for the end part. It's this. And then we will just be going like this. We'll put like a little bit of like a strengthening support on that. And then we'll go this way as much as possible onto you. Honestly, we'll get rid of that portal for now because then we can do this, which will strengthen it more. And then we'll place that portal back in a second. Unfortunately, it does mean we're holding up a bridge with another bridge, which is something you always never want to be doing in this game because that's just how you destroy your bridge. But it's fine, hopefully, because that's not too strong of a bridge. So hopefully we're not having too much issue with there. There is also the option of maybe supporting it from this one. So as long as we also do that, we might have some additional level of support from that. I don't know how helpful it'll be, because if we do that one, it's also going to be supporting on this bridge, which might be its own problem, but it's probably worth doing, so screw it. All right, then you go on there, and then you go back onto this thing, and again, we probably want that a little bit closer is the biggest issue there, but the problem is we can't do that right now easily, so we're going to have to do a double over to make it to there, and then do that. We're really going to have to hope you can actually get up into that. We can try doing this. Okay, that's probably... I think it's safer having like a jump there, because it's probably more likely to do that. And imagine Vassal meets Cinder. Not sure there's much I can necessarily imagine there, but probably an interesting situation, I suppose. Oop. What happened? We didn't activate the thing. Oh, that's... Yeah, we're not activating the button. Forgot about that. We're not activating the button. This is too close. This is supposed to be further back. Oops. Yeah, I completely blanked on that. It's like, yeah, that's why the thing was coming down there. It's because we're activating the button, but we're not actually currently activating the button. It's like, oops. We need to restructure this. Because that's actually the wrong spot. This needs to be here. Oops. I did not mean to do that. I have too many fingers. More than 10? How many fingers do you have? And how many more than 10? Do you have 20 fingers? That sounds like a fun amount of fingers. Okay. So we can easily do some more like shaping stuff and stuff like that. But the issue right now is, of course, that we're still going to have to support a thing doing an angle from here to get it back down to there. We can actually do something more like this now, which is potentially like a little bit better in certain ways. So we can attach that there, attach that there, attach that there. 7,985 fingers. You know what? I think you're right. You do have too many fingers. How many hands are all those fingers on? If it's still 2 hands, then that's seriously problematic and kind of unusable, really. So you end up there. Now you're actually hitting the thing, which is what we wanted, because now you're actually turning off the lasers. Because that's a pretty important aspect. I'm like, oh, we haven't turned off the lasers. We need to turn off the lasers before we're driving through the section with the lasers. Just a little bit important. 5 hands. 7,000... That did not go through. Why did that not go through? You're supposed to just go through, you bastard. But yet, 5 hands is not enough hands for that many fingers. That does seem significantly problematic. Right, so we're going to send that up higher because I feel like we're having some issue with the way it was going in here. We might also have to raise this bit, honestly, again. And then also potentially attach it like that to try to like keep it a little bit more stable in some way. I hope it doesn't fall into acid, especially with a convoy. I think a convoy is going to send that into acid, if I'm being honest. Alright. Oh, you are right now. You're up there. Okay. You're sliding down there. You're hitting into that. A little bit too much of a slowdown there. I don't really like that. It should be more of a smooth curve. We need to fix that. And again, I don't really see a lot of way where we can fix this. It's always just like hitting directly because we're going that. If we went through a diagonal, maybe it would be more fine. Okay. Now don't destroy the bridge, please. Okay. Good. 1 in. Now time for the convoy. Send the convoy immediately. Let's see what happens. It's not going to work, but let's see where it goes wrong is basically what we need to know here. If it somehow does work, then cool, we're done. But I'd seriously doubt it. It's going to have problems in certain spots, I think. Probably about here is fine. Fine for now. Yeah, I think it's here. So I think you're probably going to catch up before this one flips over. Oh, you knocked the cube out as well, which is kind of a problem for when they're there. But also, the entire bridge collapsed. Yeah. Yeah, the entire bridge collapsed. That's not good. That's really not good. And also, this is like literally riding like right along that acid there. Like that's so dangerous as well. Like, if vehicles actually make it all here on the same time, we're probably losing that bridge if I'm being honest. But hey, 2 is not 10, but hey, 2 is progress. But yeah, this whole bridge structure collapsed entirely. How do I make you stronger than that then? Because I feel like a lot of this is just going to be creating more like weight down here. I don't think it's necessarily going to be supporting it much better. Alright, so do we need to strengthen this top bit? Because it is now technically its own bridge. Unlike originally where it wasn't its own bridge, it is now its own bridge. So we might need to actually do some like vertical proper stabilization of this new bridge. That's not the one I was attaching to, was it? It was that one over there. That one's not as diagonal. I guess like these are at different heights, so that's probably why. You are not attached. Does that make this better or worse? Is the entire thing going to collapse more? I don't know. I don't know which section collapsed is the big important thing there. So we are supporting this, but we're kind of supporting it with a kind of awkward angle there. We should probably also do this one. Like, the fact that it's under stress does imply that it is supporting the bridge, though. That's a very good thing to see. But again, it's under a lot of stress. Why is it under so much stress? Is there a way that we can do a doubled up system like this? Then you get rid of this one, then you go that to that to that to that. Yeah, okay, it's less red now. Definitely less red. Okay. Over that way. Go through, it's very useful. Okay. The bridge is not collapsed yet. You got knocked over. We might need to turn that into a bridge section. Just to make sure that that is blocked off so they don't go that way. As we just learned. Because apparently they can just roll over into the acid. And we don't want them to roll over into the acid. Okay. Okay, that's too many vehicles are going here at once. Why are like 5 of them going at once? And then they're knocking that off while someone's down here and killing them. And also, you've just stopped upside down on the thing. Thanks, bud. Thanks. But yeah, why are they getting like more and more rapid together over time? That feels weird. Is there a way that we can support this better? Like maybe something like this or something? Ooh, you can't make there. Can there make it? Yes, just. Okay. So something like that's like more necessary. It's probably going to be more weight on the bottom bridge, but it might be more stable for the top bridge. I also reckon we might want to stabilize this one a little bit extra. Okay, and does your eye toggles ever get stuck? You mean like my blinking things or something else? Okay, go on to you. Oh, you're rolling over now. Why are they flipping? I think that's what some of the problems are. They're flipping before even making it. What the hell? So I think maybe we want to lower this. Because if we lower that, we might be able to give them like more of like a jump into the portal, which might make them not flip as much. Because originally they were doing the stoppy, but now they're doing like weird flips sometimes, and that's not really what we wanted. So now I think we've maybe fixed up some of that aspects over there, which is fine. We still got such a weird sequence of this, and then yeah, again, the problem there is that how do we get the cube to be activating the thing so that they can go through when every single time they're going over, they're killing the cube? What I guess the answer to that is they have to jump higher. They're not jumping high enough, so they're killing the cube, which is a problem. So they need to jump higher. If they jump higher, then they avoid it. Your pupil's desizing. Oh, you mean that one? Yeah, that's an expression thing. That's part of my surprise thing. It determines it based on the the expression that it's detecting on me, and if it's not detecting that specific expression, it goes to normal. So no, it shouldn't get stuck. You have to just be permanently detecting me in an actual real surprise face, because again, it's based on like my actual like expressions, and it's just like that. So I have to like really open my actual eyes very wide for it to do that one, which is already annoying and hard. But because I've given it quite a lot of data on my face, it doesn't like it sometimes does it accidentally when I'm not doing it, but like it doesn't really get stuck in it, because I would have to give it very inaccurate data for that to really be much of a problem. And good thing is I have not given it too much inaccurate data, so it's mostly fine. So that should make that more stable. Because yeah, we're having a lot of issues with stability there. Now you're going to jump over this and hopefully be fine. The issue is I noticed that I think the next one was hitting the cube on the way down. Yeah, we don't want that happening. It's why do you have to hit the cube on the way down, bud? All you need to do is air over where the cube will be and just not hit it in the air, and then the cube will just stay there while everyone does everything else. But like, nah, you got to hit it in the air, hey? Got to hit in the air. Great. So look at this. You can technically just have this be a platform, then you can just drive all the way over instead of the way we're currently doing it. Okay, you missed it. Good. This is actually maybe possible now. As long as you actually are not just permanently stuck upside down. Now the issue is we have like 4 vehicles driving over the weakest bridge all at once. Seriously? God, that's getting so red. All right. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Just get through. As long as everyone like slowly gets through and we don't get anyone entirely caught here, that this one, if this breaks, we have to fix this specific thing. If it doesn't, then we just win. Okay, you're through, you're through, you're through, you're through. It's only one vehicle. It didn't break entirely. And we made it. We did it. We're done. 15 levels halfway through the DLC in one stream, and it did in like exactly 4 hours. Nice. All right, that's what we wanted. That is exactly what we wanted. Yes. All right, good. And the next one will be Blessing and Curse, but we will not be tackling that one today. That'll be next week. Nice. All right, we did it. Let me change the thing and hopefully not crash my OBS. Good. We haven't had that happen in a while, but I'm still worried every single time I change. I'm still worried. It's kind of terrifying when you think of a face connected to another face. I suppose so. Yes. The face is tracking a face. It's also, I love how like the lip sync is always like slightly out of sync because it's like, it has to like sync the lips like, you know, right after the thing. So it's never completely synced to the words. And that's always a thing you notice with like all VTubers and stuff like that is, and you can fix that by, changing the timing of when the voice is coming through on OBS to be slightly delayed to sync it up. But then the problem is that won't be the issue with my actions and stuff like that. So then my words won't match my hand movements and stuff like that. They'll be slightly desynced and stuff like that. So it's either have a desync with the mouth or I have a desync with the hand motions. And it's kind of annoying either way there. It's kind of annoying. But yes, that's something that I have noticed and was mentioned online somewhere and stuff like that. But I don't know if I should like try to like figure out the timing and stuff like that. Because again, it's going to make my voice desync, and then I'll also desync the game audio and like the game visuals stuff like that to the exact same like thing, just to make the model. And that's like a lot of work just to make sure that. And it's like I don't even have great mouth tracking anyway, so I'm not bothering. But yes, that is something I have considered previously. But anyway, we have done it. We have completed one half of Portal Proficiency. Join us next week when we will be completing, hopefully, Portal Proficiency and doing the final 15 levels and getting all the achievements. We will have it 100%. Voice desynced. Not desixed. What does desixed mean? But yes, next week we'll be completing the final 15 levels and actually having Portal Proficiency and this entire game done, hopefully. Again, if it's too hard and it takes like 4 hours and we're still not through it, there might be an extra stream like the week after. But right now, the plan is next week, this game ends. And that's going to be fun. In the meantime, on Monday, there's probably, likely, unless something happens and it gets cancelled, there's probably going to be Vermintide 0.5 stream again, because we've done another 2 streams on the main thing. So there will be another 0.5 stream on those. How many levels did we do? That one doesn't have a home, so it'll be like 7 levels, I think. Something like that. So I don't think it'll be like the full 8. It will be like 1 less, because we tackled... Oh, actually, did we tackle 3 in that one? We did like 3 and a Chaos Wastes. And then we did like 3 in a level that won't count. So that's 6 actually. It'll probably only be 6 levels. Okay, that's a lot nicer than last time we took 7 hours to do 8 levels. So maybe that one won't be as incredibly long. And then as always, back on Wednesday, we'll be back for more new Vermintide levels for our like 3rd last stream or 2nd last stream or something like that. 3rd, yeah, 3rd. Because the one we're doing is the Shadows over at Bogenhaven and then probably some more like Chaos Waste, something like that. I think is what we're planned. Then the one after that will be Karak Asgaraz, and then finally be ending off with some more Chaos Waste, and that will be that series also done. There will be at least like 1 more 0.5 stream in the middle of that as well. So look forward to all of those sort of things. And again, I'm still working on the Holocure video. I've made progress. Unlike the last few times I mentioned, I have made progress. I have recorded the entire whole house section, which is great. That is amazing. All I need is some extra like, runs in the actual main game section, and I should have that video recorded, and then I can start editing it. So that video should be coming out sometime in the next like week or 2, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see how it necessarily goes. But for now, goodbye everybody, and roll the outro.
I gave that bastard what he deserved. A funeral. Fit for a king.